Welcome into another Friday Night Football here on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media. I'm Ryan Dietrich here with my partner, Randall Sampson. And it is Friday night here at Jack Ryan Field from Bishop Hartley High School. Kipp Academy Jaguars in town tonight for Bishop Hartley's homecoming. Bishop Hartley coming off a win against St. Charles last week, 28-14. And the Kipp Academy Jaguars rolling in hot, 3 straight wins. It's going to be an action-packed Friday night here at Jack Ryan Field. Randall, what are we looking for from the Jaguars coming into the house tonight?
Well, we're going to get a lot of speed, a lot of size, a lot of guys getting out in space. And it's going to be a great matchup for Hartley. They've seen that all season in some tough games. So we should be able to contain that. But you never know with speed. Once you give a little inch here, a little inch there, it's gone. So I think the big thing that we're going to have to try to do is contain and keep everybody in front of us, make sure that we make the right tackles and wrap up, and everybody fly to the ball.
Well said, Randall. The Jaguars definitely got speed. Speaking of speed, there he is, the man, number 3, starting quarterback and captain of your Kipp Academy Jaguars, Tamir Wynn. Leading touchdown scorer, leading total yardage producer for the Jaguars. He is a main component of that offense, and he is certainly going to be tough to handle. And on the other side of the ball, the man trying to stop Tamir Wynn is going to be big number 11, Anthony Murphy, the Air Force commit senior outside linebacker. He also plays tight end on the offensive side, plays both ways, does not like to sit. He's going to be bringing that energy as the captain of the team as well. So there you go. Your opposing forces, speed meets power here tonight at Kipp Academy at Bishop Hartley. And we're going to send you folks to a quick break. We've got the homecoming introduction here tonight. So we're going to step aside on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. For more than 115 years, the OHSAA has promoted school sports as an important part of the student's educational experience. Interscholastic athletics teach participants lifelong lessons of hard work, teamwork, and self-discipline, along with sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity. One thing the pandemic has taught us is that being on a team with our friends is more important than ever before. So as you continue your journey in athletics, remember the importance of also working hard in the classroom. Always give your best, never give up, and have fun while you're doing it. As an Ohio native and former athlete who learned these same lessons myself, I encourage our young people to focus on your academics so that you can continue the privilege of participating on your team. After all, the lessons that school sports teach us today will prepare you for the wins and losses in life tomorrow. Education is the key to life's successes.
Hey everybody, it's Coach Howard coming to you to remind you that October the 23rd is the Coach Howard College Preseason Special. My special guest for the evening would be Chris Holtman from Ohio State, Sean Miller from Xavier, Wes Miller from the University of Cincinnati, and Coach Bob Huggins from West Virginia University. We'll be talking about the upcoming season, talking about the players that they have, and talking about their chances of making it to the dance. I look forward to seeing you October the 23rd from 6 to 8 on the Coach Howard College Preseason Special. Thank you.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Ohio, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back, football fans. Friday night live here at Bishop Hartley. Just took the field. Kipp Academy followed him in after that. Excuse me. Oh, we're just about underway here. 30 seconds left on the clock. And looks like we've got the teams taking the field, coaches getting ready. And excuse me one moment. All right, good shot of the Hartley Hawks here. We're just about to do the coin flip. We'll get things underway. Looking like we might have the defense for the Hawks out here. Let's see. Big crowd tonight. Like I said, it's homecoming. We've got family, friends, the whole student section packed in highlighter green and hot pink. Bringing back the 80s, I suppose. It's a beautiful fall evening. Nice, cool, chilly weather. Alongside my partner, Randall Sampson.
Well, and it's seldom that you your first home game is homecoming.
Yeah.
And it's chilly outside and it's late fall. Here we are in October and it's your first game. First of 2 home games for Hartley this season. So 8 games on the road and battle tested, ready to go.
Dude, we've been talking about that. They're the road warriors for sure.
We got a little flip-flop of the field going on here, huh?
Looks like it. Got to get, all right, make sure the players are lined up on the right side of the field. Looks like Kipp Academy is going to be kicking off. Bishop Hartley to receive. And it looks like returning number 2, Fidelis Emoja. The speedster looks like he's back deep. And we'll see if anybody's going to join him. And it looks like the young freshman, number 12, Robert Lathan, the stud running back that's filled in for Deontay Hubbard so well here over the last few weeks. Really made an impact as a freshman. The lights are on. The crowds are in the stands. Umpires are in position. We are just about set and ready to go underway here. You are live watching on the Bishop Hartley Hawks Network, powered by Yamo Media. Once again, I am Ryan Dietrich here with my partner, Randall Sampson. It's homecoming, Hartley's first home game. Jaguars about to give
There's a good little buzz in the air here. You know, with the crowd, cheerleaders, everybody's excited having a home game.
And we're underway. Big boot from the Jags. Short right side, fielded about the 25. That's going to be Joey Wooten sprinting around the left side. And he's got some room shoved in the back across midfield. Taking it into Jaguars territory. What an opening kick return for Bishop Hartley.
And usually when you kick it short like that to an up back, you're thinking it's somebody that's not got a lot of speed, but Joey has some jets. And you saw he went 45 yards to the sideline, and then it shot up another 35. So he went 70 yards on that with a lot of speed.
The mathematician in the building as well. And yeah, you mentioned it, where those short kicks like that usually doesn't get to a man with some speed. Hartley was ready for it.
Well, being an alumni from Bishop Hartley like myself, the one thing you're going to leave here with is a good education. So we're going to know some math.
Good plug, Randall. Peyton Underwood taking the snap under center. Jet motion to the right. Hands it off to the fullback, Rory Ralston, banging and bruising his way for about 3 yards up to the 46.
And this is part of what I think Hartley's going to try to establish is that inside game. Get a lot of punch on the inside, get all these body blows, and then start stretching the field a little bit more. Control the tempo, control the time, keep that speed on the sideline, and that slippery, quick, athletic quarterback of theirs on the sideline.
And it all starts with the run game. You can control that offensive line. They can control a lot of things. Toss left. That's going to be number 15. Bryson Winbush gets the first down and a pickup of about 8 yards on the play.
And that's that inside-outside game. Offensive linemen are really pulling around well on that, getting seal on the outside and letting the speed handle what the speed can do.
You predicted that one. Set up the inside run so you can open up that outside game. And you mentioned it, that big offensive line for Bishop Hartley. Underwood under center. Motions Hubbard. Little toss to Hubbard up the middle. Up to about the 30-yard line, a carry of about 5 yards. Surprised to see Hubbard in there. I like it.
Yeah, and that's the Hartley football that we're used to seeing, is that pounding game on the inside. And I tell you what, as these offensive linemen from Hartley, once they get a hold of you, they are going to ride you out. So I want to make sure that everybody's keeping an eye on the offensive line out there.
Yeah, you mentioned it, the big boys, 76 and 77 on the right side. Donovan Davis and number 77, Isaac Azadu. 6 foot, about 290. Underwood in the shotgun. Hubbard behind him. Hubbard draw, fumbles it, comes loose, slips away, scramble for it. Picked up by the Jaguars, headed the other way. Kipp Academy with a fortunate turnover just out of the hands of Deontay Hubbard.
Well, and that's one of the things that you can't do. And that's one of the things you can't do. It's just, Deontay's starting to get back into the rhythm of the game, and it's the handoff and basic exchanges, ball security. Those are the things that people forget about in the everyday game, right? So we're going to see what Hartley's defense can do against this elite quarterback.
And I expect we'll see more of number 13, Deshaun Bosley, who recovered that fumble. He definitely makes an impact on the defensive side, the young freshman. But he also plays wide receiver on the offensive side. We'll see if we see him out here. The Bosley brothers definitely making an impact for Kipp Academy. And we'll see how they continue. All right, Jaguars with their first offensive possession off the turnover. And they've got good starting field position from the Hartley 42. Win from the shotgun. Hand off to Campbell up the left side for about 5 yards.
On that left side, that's the old play that we used to call blood and guts. So it's just heavy linemen on the one side, and they went unbalanced. So they put an extra lineman over there, and they are just going to try to pound that out. And I think Isaac and Donovan are going to have to hold it up on the inside.
We call that blood and guts. That's exactly what they're after there. Hand it off to Antonio Campbell. He's only 5'5", but, man, does he run hard. Went from the shotgun, Campbell to his left. Quarterback keeper left side, wins, sprints towards the sideline. Good tackle there. Let's see, that looks like number 3, I think, Raylo Hogan.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. You got to make those tackles out in space against elite against elite speed like that. So you got to square up against that quarterback and go right at the legs and take out those power legs.
Yeah, great tackle by Hogan as Lathan held the block. Hogan was able to shed it, kept vision a win. Win from the shotgun. Campbell to his right. Campbell inside handoff. Cuts back to his right. And powers straight forward over the strong safety. Making an impact and running hard early.
And they're in a hurry up right now, so they're trying to keep that tempo going, but they're getting good inside leverage, and Hartley's just not quite getting there.
Look at that power by Campbell. Same set. Wynn fakes the handoff to Campbell, keeps it around the right side, shakes one defender, cuts inside, and it's the end zone for Tymir Wynn as the Jaguars get on the board here early in the first quarter. Nice little motion from Tymir Wynn there, and you'll see on the replay here, fakes the inside handoff to Campbell, holds that linebacker, sheds to the outside, and puts a little quick pump fake.
Yeah, we had a slight hold there on the outside, but that's just good football. I mean, you're not going to get that call. And the corner came up and really broke down, but got too flat-footed. You got to break down and keep attacking, and you let that quarterback make a decision instead of letting him break off of your flat feet.
The Jaguars line up for 2 here. That's what they do. Campbell straight up the gut. Ooh, cuts to his left around the pile, and he's able to sneak into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good from the Kipp Academy Jaguars. They take an 8-0 lead here in the first quarter, and we're going to step aside here on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Hey everybody, it's Coach Howard coming to you to remind you that October the 23rd is the Coach Howard College Preseason Special. My special guest for the evening would be Chris Holtman from Ohio State, Sean Miller from Xavier, Wes Miller from the University of Cincinnati, and Coach Bob Huggins from West Virginia University. We'll be talking about the upcoming season, talking about the players that they have, and talking about their chances of making it to the dance. I look forward to seeing you October the 23rd from 6 to 8 on the Coach Howard College Preseason Special. Thank you.
Welcome back, folks. Kipp Academy about to kick off here after taking an 8-0 lead off of the Deontay Hubbard fumble and a good recovery by the Jaguars. Little fumble recovery, ran it back about 20 yards, gave them good field position. They marched on down for the easy touchdown. Again, short kickoff here, and again, that's going to be Wooten. Number 9 fields it. Little shimmy shake, but the Jags are able to corral him in the middle of the field, tackled at about the 31-yard line. As Hartley takes the field for their second drive, looking to correct some issues. They were moving the ball well that first drive, so.
Yeah. Well, and I think they just have to get back to that, so don't panic. And you have a bunch of young kids out there, young players out there,
Yep.
So they're going to need those seniors just to kind of keep them going and keep their heads up. And I think the key to this is just get back into your rhythm and go back to your game plan. Don't panic and try to go into something that you're not.
I agree with you there. Just stick to what you were doing. It was working fine. Just a little slip up. Underwood under center. Hubbard tossed to the left side, trying to shed a couple of tackles, but a great breakthrough on the defense there. That's going to be number 4, Cameron Frazier.
So you're trying to match your speed up on the outside, so we're trying to get a seal. But the corner did a great job of just pounding right through that, getting on the inside shoulder of that offensive tackle pulling around.
Yeah, he shed that block hard. He took a good hit, slipped around the other defender, and able to make the play. And I think we've just got maybe clock issue here as the refs get things straightened out. All right, 2nd and long for Hartley. Looks like it's about 2nd and 14. Underwood. Looks like he's going under center as we make a last substitution here.
It will look like we have some issues happening here with equipment, so a player had to come out and get a substitute in on the offensive line.
Now, sophomore guard Zach Barker steps in. Underwood under center, the jet sweep toss. Around the end of the speedster, that's number 15, Winbush. Gets about 7 yards on the play.
And that's what you want. You don't want to go for a home run ball, and you see him just hitting that edge. You just need to get a bump on that outside, and they did, and sealed it off, and now you just let your speed take you there and pick up 7, and now you're back in business with some reasonable yardage.
Yep, 3rd and a little more manageable. Well, it looks like we had a penalty after the play.
I think something happened on that sideline over there, so we got a unsportsmanlike call. 15 yards on the end of the run for a first down.
Turns out it was a late hit. We'll see if we can catch the replay, but it's a 1st and 10 for the Hartley Hawks as Underwood scrambles out of the pocket to his left, misses Winbush just out of his fingertips. He had a little bit of room on that sideline, just couldn't find him.
And that has to be the hardest play in football when you're a right-handed quarterback and you're scrambling left and you have to whip your hips around real quick and you're throwing an out.
Yeah.
So you really have to do a lot of mechanics there, and you're throwing with off balance.
All right, looks like we found the penalty from that last play. Late hit there, Winbush, as he gets out, looks smart. Yeah, you can see it right there, just as he got to the outside. Handoff inside to Hubbard. Plants his foot, cuts to the outside, makes his way towards the sideline. A good gain of about 7 yards on the play. I think we're going to have a 3rd and 3 coming up.
Well, I think that's what Hartley's missed with Hubbard out, where he makes that decisive cut, and he's explosive. After that cut, he puts his foot down, and then he just turns it into another gear and drops and goes.
Yeah, plenty of room to work towards the sideline. You can see him coming off. Excuse me. That's number 8, Denham Cook, the big tight end. Gets replaced by number 43, Rory Ralston. Underwood step up under center. Power I formation, 3 behind him. 3rd and 3, strong handoff to Hubbard up the middle, works to his right. falls, tackled down at about the 35-yard line for a big first down, and we got another flag on the play. And there's Bosley on the tackle again.
So I really like this power stack eye because that's exactly what Hartley does best.
And yeah, big fullback Ralston. He is an asset. He can block well, but man, he can run the ball too. So you stack him in there, you got a lot of blocking power, especially behind that heavy front offensive line.
Yeah, we just had a little quick personal foul there. Hartley declined, so it's first down, and they'll keep it rolling. And you're getting this triple I. This is the best right here.
Yep, same formation, same play, just mirrored it. Hubbard up the middle, works to his left side, and my goodness, he's dragging the entire pile.
Absolutely.
Deontay Hubbard. Big run.
And that's the best part is when he's churning the legs, but you'll see a blue wave coming up right behind him as all of his offensive linemen are pounding behind him, 1,200 pounds of flesh just pushing.
Push that pile. You could see it. He was moving 4 of those Jaguar defenders with him. It's good to have that man back in the I formation. And we've got a quick timeout on the field. Hartley's going to take their first timeout of the evening. We're going to step aside on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a...
Back to the action. Peyton Underwood under center, power I formation again. Deontay Hubbard crashes in the middle. Stopped at the line. And real quick, I'd like to thank one of our sponsors, TT Murph's Pizza. Power and the crew running the broadcast. They can be found on Livingston Avenue here in Columbus. TT Murph's delicious pizza.
Hey, Murph's, it has the best pie in town, I tell you. It's an institution here at Hartley. It's homecoming, after the homecoming game. Everybody will be over at TT Murph's enjoying the pie and having fun and hanging out. It's a great place. It's like Cheers when you walk in. Everybody knows your name and they know who you are. It's a great place.
I like it. Peyton Underwood under center. Hubbard toss left side. He's got a good block from Wooten, works to his right, falls across the 10-yard line, tackled at about the 8. Maybe enough for a first down, but I think he's just short.
Well, the best part of that block was Evan Jackson with his butt block. He shielded off everybody on the sideline.
I like it. Deontay Hubbard, untouched. That little toss handoff to the right side. Ooh, and a late flag on the play from the middle of the pile. Hopefully it doesn't call back this beautiful run by Deontay Hubbard. Check this out, folks. Look at that work from the offensive line, just bowling white jerseys out of the way. It doesn't get much easier than that for Mr. Hubbard here on homecoming night. The senior bangs in his first touchdown in a few weeks.
It looked like the offensive lineman got into it with Hartley there. So we'll see what happened. One of the Kipp players are going off trying to fix his helmet. But I think they got into a little skirmish there in the middle.
That's what
so we'll see what the officials sort out for us.
Yep, it looked like, yeah, maybe a big pancake block turned into some extracurriculars.
I think it was one of those where you got the guy blocked and he's down on the ground and you continue to block him. So you can't engage with the kid when he's down on the ground. So you got to hold back on that.
I got you. Excellent. Randall, and that'll bring up 1st and 10. Negates the touchdown. 1st and 10 from about the 5. And it looks like we got an early jump here. Flag before the play. False. Ooh, offsides on the defense. So we'll replay that down. Gotcha. So this will be the 2-point conversion then. Good man, Randall. All right, another, oh my goodness, Deontay Hubbard ran into a wall of white jerseys. I believe that's number 20, Malachi Wilder, making the big stop. On the two-point conversion is no good for Bishop Hartley.
So it looks like Hartley went back to the well on that left-hand side. So they're really grinding, and Kipp was ready for it this time. And I think it was just one block away when you're sifting through all the carnage on the front end of those offensive linemen. Is one block away from him being sprung.
And you can see it, a good shot of the Kipp sideline over there. A lot of high fives and slapping each other on the back. That is a great stand on a two-point conversion. Kipp Academy with an 8-6 lead. And that's one thing you'll notice about Kipp Academy. They don't kick field goals and they don't kick extra points. It's just always going for two. I don't know if that's strategy and analytics or.
Well, when you don't have a kicker, that makes it pretty easy. So now you have to go for two. Usually when you see the kickoffs and they're going about 25 yards, I say to myself, hey, they're not going to have a kicker. They're going to go for two every time, right?
And I always wonder if they can't just pull someone from the soccer team in the offseason. You never know. But
hey, put a helmet on a Friday night and come kick the ball, right? It couldn't get any worse.
Well, I mean, to that point, Bishop Hartley's had excellent field position to start both of their drives.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the penalty from earlier when they scored is assessed on the kickoff. So Kipp's going to have really good field position as their receivers are back at the 30 receiving. And we'll see how Hartley's kicker can get it out. And hopefully they can contain the speed on his kickoff return.
And let's see if, I think it was Colin Callahan was kicking last time we called. The senior, number 82. Yeah, it looks like Mr. Callahan back there. He's a senior. He's got some experience. He's got a pretty good leg. We'll see if he can try and ping the Jags deep.
And I love how these kickers all have their routine, how many steps they take, how many inches to the side they have to go. They put their hand up and then a little strut up.
It's all about routine. Ooh, nice little squibber. Big hop, slows down the return. Fielded about the 37. And that's going to be Bosley. Got about 5 yards on the return. Pretty good coverage from from Hartley.
Well, that was a good no call by the official. Number one got a little block in the back, but the Hartley guy went by so fast that the official didn't call it. And Hartley did a good job just containing him right there and making sure you keep outside leverage. Number 45 did a good job turning him back inside. That's what you want to do.
Big hit there from Michael Young, too. Nice hard hit on the coverage. You mentioned getting your head down and wrapping up earlier. Smothered Bosley on the return. All right. Kipp Jaguars back on the offensive side of the ball. Tamir Wynn hands it off to Campbell. Campbell up the middle, stuffed out. Maybe a gain of one.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see Donovan and Isaac and the whole crew on the inside just wrapping it up and getting going, and let Rory come over and clean up because he's a tackling machine. Rory is one of the elite tacklers in this game in the state of Ohio, so it's great to see him have freedom because you have the guys on the inside taking up space.
You got that right. Yeah, you mentioned Isaac Azadu, 77 left end. Ooh, nice blitz there from the corner. Wynn jukes him, slips up for about 6-7 yards. That quick burst of speed from the QB Wynn, tough to contain.
And when you have speed like this, the one thing you have to do is make sure you have inside leverage and then come outside. He went outside high, and the quarterback just dipped it up on the inside and got a quick little 7 or 6.
Yeah, that was Terrion Barber on the corner blitz. Excellent cornerback. He's a great wide receiver as well. But you mentioned you got to keep that base down. Otherwise, Wynn's going to slide right by you. Wynn in the shotgun. Sprints to his left around the outside edge. Hartley can't contain. Looks like a big hit there.
Hartley came with a big inside blitz, and he just bubbled on the outside of it and got to the corner. Once you have that inside blitz, you're giving up the outside. And so he bubbled around that inside blitz. Great athleticism to get that first down.
Yeah, big hit by number 20, Winbush from Hartley. Knocked Wynn back about 3 yards, but he'd already got the first down.
Yeah, Cameron Childs was on blitz. He was just a half a step away. If he could have had that half a step, I think he would have had a good little tackle for loss.
All right, 1st and 10, midfield. Kipp Jaguars win from the shotgun. 4 wide. Takes a snap. Screen to his right. Breaks out the right edge around the outside. And that's going to be number 8, Emmanuel Kippelting, for a big gain of about 15 yards and a first down on the play.
Yeah, big flag came from the back judge. Usually they're watching to see what the receivers are doing on the edges. So we'll see what that flag's about.
Looks like an offensive hold.
Yeah, it looked like we got a hold here on the edge. The wide receiver was blocking on the corner on number 2, and he was just grabbing onto that left shoulder and had him wrapped up tight to where he couldn't spin around.
Yeah, good camera work there on the replay. Let's see, number 5, Jeremiah Watkins on the hold. You could see jam that left hand out, stretched his jersey.
Yeah, Antonio Campbell's like, come on, man, throw the flag. I'm being held here. I'm being jumped. They're taking my jersey off.
All right, Wynn. Campbell up the middle, hits it with a burst of speed. Falls forward for about 8 yards.
And that's a good call by the defense coordinator. They had a stunt on where all the defensive linemen were slanting, and we're slanting right into where they were running the ball. So that was a good call on the defense.
It'll be 2nd and 7. Inside handoff to Campbell. Cuts to his right. Star steps. Ball knocks loose. And it looks like it's recovered by Bishop Hartley. I didn't see who came up with the ball. It was either number Fidelis Emoja or big number 78 in there. Let's see if we can see right there. Caused by Anthony Murphy. Big wrap up by Anthony Murphy. Causing that fumble from Antonio Campbell.
And once again, it was a good call by the defense. They slanted again, and they slanted right into the running path. The running back had a cut back, and when he cut back, everybody did their job. Anthony Murphy was right there to cause the fumble.
Hartley with the ball back. Underwood shotgun from the 48. Handoff, Emoja. The left side. Oh, excuse me, that's Lathan. Big gain for Robert Lathan, the freshman. Switching it up from Hubbard, get some speed in there.
So for the people who don't know who this kid is, look how smooth he is. He sees the hole as a true freshman and has really good speed. He reminds me of a Robert Smith kind of runner, long gait, and has a lot of speed and can control himself and just sees the vision of the field. So I'm really interested to watch this kid over the next 4 years develop, and I'm telling you, you'll have Ohio State, Michigan, North Carolina, USC, UCLA. They're all going to come knocking at the door for this kid.
1st and 10. Hartley from their own 40. Underwood under center. Wooten, jet motion sweep. Handoff left inside to Lathan. He tries to bounce it back outside. It's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play.
And that's the part of being that inexperienced freshman, right? So you're always looking for that home run. So sometimes you got to plant and go, and just plant your foot and go and pick up the 3 to 4 to 5 and live the fight another day.
Yeah, that's exactly. He was trying to do that same thing from the play before. Bounce it out, get around that outside edge. But you just got to plant north and south running like they always talk about, right?
Now, one of the things I'm really enjoying during this game is watching big Donovan Davis on the front line there.
Yep.
And the problem with Donovan is this. He is a big, mean, nasty, junkyard dog in the inside. Once he puts those paws on you, it's over. Once he locks in and drives those big legs and lowers his thighs, he has really good bendability at the thighs and at the ankles, and he drives and it's over. This kid is really nasty, and I love it.
6'1", 285 junior. So he's got another year of experience. Underwood with the toss to Lathan again. Patient running from the freshman there as he moves up the left sideline to about the 32. I think he's going to be about 2 yards short on the run.
And that's that in-game coaching where coaches are talking to him saying, okay, be patient with it. Don't try to bounce it too hard every time. And that time he set it up. He knows he has 8 yards to the sideline. He set it up, gave a little left leg, and came back to the inside for another 4 or 5 yards.
All right, looks like it's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 34-yard line.
And I believe this is probably 2 down territory. So if I'm Hartley, I'm pounding on the inside, see what we can pick up, and then stretch it on the outside on 4th down.
Ralston, Lathan in the I form. Wooten in motion. Steps back out. Handoff inside to Lathan. Little patient. Nice step across the line. Cuts to his left up the left sideline down to about the 19.
Wow. Wow. The block by Big Isaac on the edge, number 77. Isaac did a really good job locking onto his guy. He got off balance, and he flips his hips. Watch him flip his hips at the end, right there. He flips his hips and shields that off. That's some of the best elite blocking that you can see out there from a high school kid.
Left tackle there, Isaac Azadu with a great block. Good eyes, Randall. Rory Ralston up the middle. And it looks like we got a flag thrown in the middle. Jags are pointing like it's on Hartley. Let's cut to the white hat and see what we got on the play. Personal foul, shot block on Bishop Hartley. Might have been, let's see, Brendan Larrett's in there.
We have all that carnage up in the middle, and when you're engaged with somebody and you can't go in and chop block, I know the high school rules have changed a little bit, so you got to really mind those chop blocks on the inside.
We got the replay here. We'll see. I don't know if it's on Davis.
Yeah, I think somebody just fell down. That's all it is.
Kind of what it looked like there. Underwood with a strike to across the middle. And that's going to be number 8, Denham Cook. Kind of in that midfield
Oh, that's a quick little slant. So you fake off what you've been going to bread and butter, run a quick slant across the middle, and then there you go.
Great play, beautiful action there from Underwood. The fake handoff, step back, let it rip. And big Denham Cook, I think he's about 6'3". 6'4", 215, making it look easy. Nice carry by Robert Latham. Up across the 10-yard line down to about the 8.
I'm really impressed by this young kid's patience, because when you see all those jerseys in front of you, you're ready just to hit the gas, but he's real patient, picking his way through the line and getting down at the very end to save the abuse from the hit.
Underwood under center, the power I formation, 1st and goal from the 9. A lot of bodies in there, and we got another flag coming in. We got a couple of flags on the play. That's what I thought. A face mask, I think, is the signal.
Well, it looked like the running back almost got decapitated.
Yep.
I mean, his head just flipped back.
You could just see the helmet, yeah. Hard to see with all those hands in there, but on the replay, you'll see Latham get the ball.
Yeah, on the replay, the defensive tackle came across, put his right arm out, just trying to grab onto something, and then he basically just grabbed onto a helmet.
Yeah, you can see Latham there kind of restructuring his mask. All right.
Well, it's always good when your head is still there once you readjust your mask.
Make sure it's still there. 1st and goal from the 5. Power I, stack formation, power ball. Robert Latham again, the freshman. And he got across the goal line. It's a touchdown. Robert Latham for Bishop Hartley.
And once again, Big Isaac is in the middle, just mixing it up. And you love it when the offensive tackle's already in the end zone before the running back, because he's just mowing down everything in sight.
The big boys get it done up front. 1st and goal, 5 yards, no questions. Load up that line, power I, and just hammer it home. Hartley takes a 12-8 lead, and Hartley is going for 2. Looks like a little wing formation here. Underwood and shotgun. Ralston in front, Latham to the left. Nice little play call there from Birchfield. The little shovel pass to Ralston as they move to the right.
There's another flag.
Here's a touchdown replay. Great patience, man. Randall, you said it a minute ago. Holds to the left, looks back to his right, holds to the right. Great movement there from Robert Latham. The 2-point conversion was good, but there was a flag on the play. Let's go to the white hat. Ooh. Pass interference on the offense.
Yeah, that was that's one of those plays that you really have to practice well, because you had your 2 receivers all the way on the outside running slants on the inside, and then the back slips out to the flat. But you can't rub off too hard. They'll pick up on that. So we'll see the replay right here. You'll see those 2 receivers, number 8 right there. You can't extend your hands. Number 15 can't extend your hands while the ball's in the air.
Yep.
It's better just to run that route instead of trying to worry about the blocking.
Yep.
Drag that defensive back with you, thinking that you're going to get the ball, and that takes care of the block.
There's a very fine line, and it's just coaching up those wide receivers and how to run those routes. Is you've really got to make it look like you're running that route.
Well, especially when you got young kids out there that are excited.
Yep.
And so they want to get, I mean, you're pumped. You're like, okay, we got momentum, right? And I want my guy to score. I know he's getting the ball. So you're going to do everything that you can in your power to make sure that your guy scores, but you got to do it the right way. And even at this level, at the high school level, college level, NFL level, you'll see it on Sundays and Saturdays. Those kids do it all the time, and they mess it up. They get flagged, too. It's something about that play where people get so excited because they know their guy's going to score out in the flat. So they want to do their part.
We get their hands in there. All right. Instead of the two-point conversion after the penalty, since they're backed up, we're going to have the extra point in here from Callahan. And as we were just about to snap the ball, looks like we are going to have a timeout on the field. So we're going to take a break here on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Sickle Cell and Health Association, and I'm here to talk to the parents and student athletes about a very important topic. The NCAA has instituted different standards for all divisions of student athletes. Before you can play sports in any college or university, you must present a negative trait status or hemoglobin status documentation. Your hemoglobin status is taken at birth with the newborn screening. And what they do is they run your blood for any abnormality or any birth defect. There are thousands of newborn screening birth defects in this country. For more information about sickle cell disease, sickle cell trait testing, you can call our offices at 614-228-0157. Or you can visit us via web at ohiosicklecell.org.
Welcome back to the action, fans. Ryan Dietrich and Randall Sampson here on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media. No longer taking the extra point. Bishop Hartley is going to try the two-point conversion from the 15-yard line. Underwood, shotgun, fakes the handoff, looks to his left, airs it out. Great attempt there, just out of the hands of Ryan Perry as he threw the fade to the corner. Oh, excuse me, that was Denham Cook again.
Yeah, Denham Cook's a big guy, 6'4", very athletic, and he lined up in the slot, and he basically just ran a little go route and then cut it onto the inside. It's called a flag. And so he was ready, had the fade just to the corner where only he can catch it, and just out of reach. But I think heading into the latter part of the season, the next couple games, that's going to come to a close. That's the stuff that you keep practicing on, because that's gonna hit. You're an inch away.
Yeah, that, almost right in the breadbasket. Hits his hands. He's got two guys hanging on him. He's tall. He can do it. He's got to make that catch. Great throw from Underwood. Good look from the Hartley Hawks. Two-point conversion from the 15. They can't ask for anything better.
That's right.
All right, kickoff. Callahan steps back. Kicking from the 40 like normal this time. All right, Jaguars to return. And it looks like we've got number 13, Deshaun Bosley, who recovered that fumble earlier in the first quarter. Back to return. Callahan, big boot to the right. Bosley, backpedal, fields it at the 15. Little slippage. Hartley looking to cover him. Gets across the 30, through the pile, moves to 35. Somehow is still on his feet. Tackled down at about the 38. Great return from Bosley. Tough coverage from Bishop Hartley. If you're enjoying this broadcast and would like to learn how it's done behind the scenes, check out the Ohio Media School located in Columbus. If you're interested in radio production, TV broadcasting, or digital media, the Ohio Media School is a choice for you. Visit Ohio Media School at beonair.com/Columbus. You can also find the Ohio Media School on all your favorite social media. Ohio Media School, we change lives.
On that kickoff of Xavier Fuller, I had everybody beat. He's down there, just like lightning. But you have to break down at some point in time. He ran past the receiver. So if you just break down, and on kickoffs, you got to break down and then let the receiver make a choice. When he makes a choice, that's a hesitation. And now it's hard to pick speed back up again. So that's what you have to do. You have to break down, let him make a choice. He's going to hesitate, and now he can't have that breakaway speed.
Excellent analysis there, Randall. Win, shotgun, Hands off to Campbell on the inside. Burst of speed. And he takes on Denham Cook, who makes the tackle at the 45. Going to be about 2nd and 3.
Yeah, that's a good call by Kipp. You had our outside linebacker blitzing on the end. Murph came out of his spot, and the running back replaced him. So that's a good call by their offense.
A good protection up front. 2nd, 3rd. Inside handoff again to Campbell. Good penetration there. Denham Cook. Oh, no, that's Anthony Murphy, I believe, on the inside play. Slowed him down. But he got the first down. I think he just got the first.
They're trying to keep a nice little tempo going here, so we'll see if they go to the well on this one. They haven't passed much lately.
Yep, 32 seconds remaining here in the first. Wynn steps back to pass here on 1st down. Looks to his left side. Wide open, but incomplete pass. Just a little stutter there. I think that was Kippleting on the far side.
And his knee was down as well. So if he would have caught it, he would have been down about a yard short.
Gotcha. Now got to follow that in. All right, 2nd and 10 from their own 47. Wynn in the shotgun, Campbell to his left. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, jet sweep to his left, sprints around the outside, sheds one tackle, trying to break another. Stumbles for about 13 yards down to the 37-yard line. Big pickup there from Tymere Wynn.
And that's a good setup. He saw the defensive end crashing down, so he pulled it. And then Denham Cook just came over the top half a step too late, but he ended up making the stop on a quick receiver.
All right, and that's the end of the first quarter here. Bishop Hartley 12, Kipp 8. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break here on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Ohio, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Hey everybody, it's Coach Howard coming to you to remind you that October the 23rd is the Coach Howard College Preseason Special. My special guest for the evening would be Chris Holtman from Ohio State, Sean Miller from Xavier, Wes Miller from the University of Cincinnati, and Coach Bob Huggins from West Virginia University. We'll be talking about the
All right, welcome back. At the beginning of the second quarter, Kipp Academy Jags with the ball to start the second quarter here. Wynn drops back in the shotgun, looking downfield, pulls it down to keep it, keeps his eyes downfield. Great pass deflection there.
Yeah, and that's a tough play. I'm telling you, it's just like when I said earlier with Underwood, when a quarterback scrambles left and their right hand and have to whip those hips around to throw the ball, that's a lot of athletic movement. Even with a kid that's that athletic, you can see how difficult of a play that is.
Yeah, number 14, Warren Markwood on the defense for Hartley. Great vision there as he moved laterally to his sides, was keeping his eye. He didn't run up to try and stop Wynn. He stayed in that zone, able to knock the pass down. 2nd down and 10. Jaguars from the 37. Wynn in the shotgun, Campbell to his right. 4 wide receivers. Inside handoff, pulls it back. Great penetration for Murphy, but Wynn sheds him, cuts to his right. We're about 9 yards down across. Looks like a first down to the 25. Tymere Wynn. Explosive play with those legs.
And everybody was in position. It's just he's just a great athlete. That's what you want. You want your athlete out in space holding the ball, and that's what we talked about at the beginning of the show, having them out in space and speed just getting on that corner.
He didn't get the first down. Excuse me, folks. It looks like he came up about a yard short. Looks like it's still 3rd and 1. Paul, it looks like he went falling across the 25, but it's going to be a 3rd down and short here for Kipp Academy. Let's see if the Hartley Hawks and those big boys up front can hold.
Let's see if they go up the middle here, or there they go.
Yep, shotgun. Great penetration from the big boys up front. Denham Cook again on the tackle. He's a little slow getting up. He's been all over the field.
So you basically had the wildcat back there where the quarterback was in shotgun, but there was just way too much penetration from the defensive line up front. And like I said, the junkyard dog got in the back there, Donovan, and really made some things happen. Donovan Davis, he's an elite athlete in the front. Good movement, good feet.
All right, 4th and 3. Kipp Jaguars trying to come up with a good play here to extend this drive here to open the second quarter. And it looks like they're going to think about it.
Yeah, this can be a critical play for them. And I think in this critical play, you're going to have to put the ball in your best player's hands, number 3, right? So they're probably going to try to look at an RPO and see what they're going to do out of it. But I think it's going to be to nobody's surprise that that quarterback's going to have the ball.
That's a pretty good guess there, Randall. Looks like we got 4th and 4, a short 4, and it's going to operate out of Tymeer Wynn and that running back, Antonio Campbell. You're going to see some RPO type action here. Let the QB make a good decision.
Yeah. And if I'm Hartley, I'm calling what they on defense, you call it a pinch. So you have all of your defensive linemen all arrow inside.
Yep.
So you're taking away that inside run, that veer look. Let the quarterback pull it. That gives your outside linebackers enough time to scrape over the top, and then you have another athletic linebacker on the outside with Murph to handle some of that speed. So you can have everybody bubbling over the top. So let's see what they do.
All right. 4th and 4, Wynn in the shotgun. Campbell to his left. Brings the pressure. Quick sling to his right, out the sideline. But he's met short of the first down. Big tackle there. I see Fidelis Emoja in on the play. And who else is out there?
And that's great defense by Hartley. They pinched everybody on the inside with a big blitz on the inside. And then the corners locked up and said, come on, it's me and you, man to man. And that was, what was that, Terrion Barber?
Yeah, number 10, big Terrion Barber shed a good block, too. Stuck to his outside and got there. And that's a tough, Jalen Love trying to do it for the Kipp Jaguars. Comes up short.
And that's what Hartley says. We got Terrion Barber out there. He's an elite track runner, so he can run with these guys as a big kid, 6'4".
All right, 1st and 10. Bishop Hartley with the ball from their own 30. Toss outside. Hubbard almost sheds a tackle. But my goodness, Cameron Frazier unblocked around that left side, little corner blitz. Just slipped them both. Able to meet Hubbard. Hubbard almost shoved him out of the way, but.
Yeah, and he knew coming off the edge as the blitzer, he has outside leverage. So he maintained that outside leverage and just kept grinding through 2 blockers to contain that outside leverage, and he ended up at the running back.
All right, 2nd down and long. Going to be 2nd 16, 2nd 15 from the 25. Peyton Underwood, Deontay Hubbard to his left. Cook in the slot. Nice screen pass there. And a big breakaway run. Number 15 on the play. That's Winbush again. He's seen the ball quite a bit here earlier in the first 2 quarters.
And that's one of those setups, right? So we're going to go with the body shot on the inside. We'll fake the flip again, and then just come back with a quick smoke screen and let your guys with speed get out in space. And let them do the rest of the work.
Good block there from Anthony Murphy, and a good fake on that pitch. Sent that whole defensive line sliding to their right. And Winbush with that speed off the screen coming back in. Power I formation, 1st and 10, 45-yard line. Deontay Hubbard smashing through to the 40. Good pickup of about 4 yards on the play.
And Hubbard did a good job just grinding away on the inside, maintaining his balance. And the offensive line on the inside just kept engaged with their blocks as well.
All right, 2nd doable, 2nd and 6. Underwood checks the sideline, gets the call. You got Emoja in the slot to his left. Ralston behind him in the fullback. Toss to Hubbard, slips to his right. Tackled for a gain of about 3 yards. Fell forward as he did. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
And that's the quintessential Hartley play right there. It's the quick toss to the boundary. So for the last couple of years, Hartley really has done a good job running that, so it's become an institutionalized play. Is that quick toss to the boundary, letting all of your offensive line just slide right, and get locked on the man and let the running back make a decision real quick in the box.
Looks like 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Underwood under center. Handoff to Hubbard. Strong run. Inside take. Jukes to his right. Heads toward the sideline. Shoved out of bounds. Gain of about 10 yards on the play. Good motion from Hartley Hawks here on 3rd and short.
And a little misdirection there. And what you got to understand about Hubbard, how smooth he is, he can stop and just pull his waist and his hips back and then hit full speed again after you miss. That's what you call an elite athlete.
Just hits him with that juke, sidestep to the right and gone. Makes his way towards the sideline where he's got space to run.
And this is the game that Hartley's wanted, is a game like this where they're just pounding the ball, run a smoke screen here and there, and then maybe stretch the defense a little bit, show them something different. But the main thing about this is their bread and butter, just keep running the ball and pounding the ball on the inside. And you got guys on the edge securing it. You got Denham Cook down here on the edge, number 8, securing some of those run plays. So this is really good stuff.
Robert Latham, halfback formation. Toss to Latham to the right. Working behind Big Davis out there, shoving bodies. You can see him. He's getting downfield, pushing those blocks.
The junkyard dog, once he gets loose, it's hard to pull him back in. In between these lines, this kid is nasty, I'm telling you guys. He is a really good athlete.
That freshman, Robert Latham's loving this, man. They're making life easy on him.
Absolutely. And you had Joey Wooten, number 9 over there, had a really good seal on the edge because he had to – you kind of have to be careful so you don't get a block in the back on that edge because everybody's flying. And he did a real good job just sealing his guy off.
Yeah, Hartley's done a very good job of, not a lot of holding on the outside, blocks in the backs, those things. They're doing a good job of holding those blocks on the outside, which can be tough to do as they switch it up. Inside handoff to Latham, met at the line of scrimmage. Taken down for no gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Or, excuse me, 3rd and 5.
So this is definitely 2-down territories. Now it's just, how many yards do we want? Obviously, you want a first down, but can you get 3, 4? Get yourself into a position.
There's a quick timeout on the field. The Lance and Aileen Porter Foundation is a proud supporter of high school sports in Columbus. The foundation has provided food and other essentials to families in Columbus Northeast Quadrant since 2018 and also established the Porter Athletic League, the PAL. For more information, visit lanceandAileenPorterFoundation.org today.
I'll tell you what, this has really turned into a rock'em sock'em kind of game, huh? And the fans are excited. The stadium here is packed with the home side. Obviously, it's homecoming, so you'll get a whole bunch of old faces and new faces mixing together. But everybody's excited. It's the first game of the season at home. And we really have a good rock'em sock'em game going here. It's very competitive. A lot of great athletes out on the field getting after it.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of offense both ways, a couple of turnovers. 12-8 game. Underwood toss right to Hubbard. Hubbard steps forward almost to the 20-yard line. He's close to that first down.
So I'm loving watching Davis right now. If you guys kept an eye on Davis on that play, he's blocking 2 defensive backs at the same time downfield.
And that's big 76 right there.
Big 76, he's bunching them up like 2 little kids on the playground. Get over here, kids. I got you.
All right, power formation. 4th and 2. Deontay Hubbard needs 2 yards, and he gets all of it. A carry of about 4 for the first down up to the 15-yard line. Hartley in the red zone. And a fresh set of downs for Bishop Hartley. Yeah, very good line play from Big Davis and then number 86.
And you got the junior in there, Nick Ruby, really grinding it up too, number 51.
And we're going to keep it right behind the big boys with Robert Latham. Handoff inside, left side, a gain of about 3 yards. And here's the 4th down conversion on the highlight. As you can see, Hubbard just power through there, moving over the boys. All right, 2nd and 7 from the 14-yard line. Bishop Hartley looks like they're sticking with the I formation. Wide receiver right, toss to Robert Latham. Quick out the right side, makes a flash for the end zone, just short. Tackled down about the 3-yard line by number 1. It's going to be Sheeran Mabry, the leading tackler for the defense of the Jaguars.
And you got to love the competitiveness of these kids.
All right, first and goal from the 3-yard line. Handoff, Robert Latham. Ooh, met in the backfield as he's wrapped up. I think that's Mabry again. A loss of about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up second and goal from the 5.
That's good defense by Kipp. Hartley tried to go power O left, and so big number 51 came around pulling, and they just had great penetration.
Yeah, Mabry was in that backfield right as Latham got the ball, basically. All right, first and goal looks like from the 6-yard line. Toss right to Latham. He's got room. Sheds one tackle, crashes into another. Met at the 1-yard line and tackled just short of the goal line.
Inches short, and I love the right tackle here, number 76. You see him pulling out, and then he gives the butt block. There's the butt block. Just shield everything off, and then you're just fighting through it. And I love the blocking downfield by the Denham Cook, the number 8, the wide receiver.
Third and goal, Bishop Hartley Hawks power I formation. Deontay Hubbard, tripped up, but the play was blown dead just before the handoff. Flag. Offsides on the defense.
It looks like Kipp lined up in the neutral zone, but on that play, Hubbard's coming off limping, holding up his right leg, can't put any pressure on it, so he's on his left leg hopping off.
All right, third and half a yard. Power handoff to Robert Latham. Jumps to the goal line, and he's met as he's tackled, waiting for the signal from the refs. It looked good to me. And we'll see, they're still holding Robert Latham in that. Just short of the touchdown. Big stand from the Kipp Academy Jaguars.
Looks like he's about an inch short, and if I'm the center, right now you get over the ball, put the ball in your hand, and just scoot it up by another ½ inch.
He kind of gets off his feet. Yeah, he has to jump over his own guy and just ends up coming a little bit short as
there's a flag.
And there's a flag on the play, folks.
Looks like Kipp lined up in the neutral zone again. And it's tough when you're down in that goal line. You're really trying to inch your way. Everybody's fighting for that 1 inch. As you can see, the ball is sitting right there 1 inch away. So everybody's fighting for that 1 inch. So we'll see what happens now.
All right, 4th and 1 from the half-yard line. Bishop Hartley going to step under center. You can see Ralston in the call that he wants. He says, let's just straightforward, coach. Let's do it. We've got a timeout on the field, but we're going to stay with you, folks. The action is 2/10. It's 4th and 1. Bishop Hartley up 12-8, under 4 minutes here in the second quarter. Second penalty on the Kipp Academy Jaguars down at the goal line. They're just giving Hartley chances.
Yeah, you can't afford that. This kind of game where everything's so tight, you really have to cut down on the penalties, make sure you play that disciplined football that you're coached to do, and keep it going. And even here on the sideline, you can see number 7 is Hubbard. He's trying to walk it off. He's trying to keep grinding at it, but it doesn't look like he's going back in for this 4th and an inch.
All right, they've got the play call. Peyton Underwood, the senior number 18 right there, leads his men back on the field for a very important play here, getting closer to half. Peyton Underwood under center. It's 4th and inches. Power I formation. Hand off to Rory Ralston. And you can see the scrum at the goal line. Give him a big shove. Waiting for the signal, and it's a touchdown. Bishop Hartley and Rory Ralston.
Well, the issue that happened there, it wasn't a touchdown at first, so he was backpedaling in, and then big number 12 comes running into the pile. So all of the blue starts pushing. Wide receivers that were lined up on the outside, they came up behind the pile and start pushing as well, and that's what got him over.
Yeah, you could see Ralston hit that pile, was turned around, backpedaling, and you said the big man, but Robert Latham, I think, is only about 5'9". But, man, smart play by the freshman.
Smart play by the freshman.
Get in
Good
there and
football
help your
IQ.
man. All right, rinse and repeat, folks. Cook and Wooten to the right. Toss to Lathan. Jet sweep towards that right pylon. Gets to the goal line, met by contact. Oh, and held short. The signal from the ref says he's short, and the Bishop Hartley, you can see Davis can't believe it. What a call there, surprised me. Looks like he hit contact into the end zone. We'll get the replay here. There's Lathan.
I really think he was in, but I think the official thought his knee was down, but I really think he was in. But that's a great play for a young kid like him. So the next thing you have to do is you have to learn from that and grow from it, right? So as a young kid like that, you have to secure the ball, stay low, keep your knees off the ground, and reach forward and lunge.
And it looks like he was churning those legs, had a defender, maybe kind of turned him back, towards the one. Man, what a tough play there here it is again.
So
Meets contact.
I'm watching his legs, and I think the official is saying that his left leg probably hit first before he twisted over. So let's watch slowly as he goes. And it looks like his left leg's down before he lunges over.
Yep, and he's facing away from the goal line. The ball is in his stomach. Tashawn Bosley's trying to pull that away. Another great play from Deshaun Bosley there, number 13. Recovered that fumble in the first quarter and makes a big hold there on the 2-point conversion. Bishop Hartley up 18-8. Callahan, little squibber to the right. Kicks it out of bounds. Flag on the play, kick out of bounds. Well, no flag, but they'll have the ball at the 35-yard line. There you go.
So for a minute when I saw that squib, I'm thinking Birchfield is going back to his old days of 50-50 ball. Back in 2015, 14, 13, every kickoff was an onside kick.
Really?
So it was a 50-50 ball. Every kickoff. It doesn't matter if we're up by 1, down by 20. Every kickoff was a 50-50 onside kick. Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, he's going back to the 50-50 ball.
He's got his old ways in him.
Yeah,
Hey.
so as he's gotten long in the tooth, as they say, right? As you go older and get more mature and seasoned,
Yep.
I think he said, okay, let's go with the traditional kickoffs.
I think that's probably a pretty good move there from Coach Birchfield. I mean, you can break them out every now and then, but. All right, Kipp Academy from their own 35. Win shotgun. Campbell to his left, looks to his right, pulls it down. Scrambles to his right. Oh, my goodness. Isaac Azadu.
Isaac, big dog, came through. Watch Isaac with the leverage. This is an elite athlete, and he wraps him up, and boom, he's down. Because once he gets his hands on you, it's over.
He is jacked up after that one. And usually Tymeer Wynn sheds those. He's so slippery and so quick. But, man, Azadu got those big paws on him, said, come here, kid.
Well, especially a big guy like that, right? So you could put a move on him, but he has really good feet.
He did, man. I like it. All right, second and long. Jaguars win shotgun. Campbell to his right. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Inside handoff. Antonio Campbell breaks the tackle. Head into contact. He's trying to drag the Bishop Hartley defense by himself, and the pile is stalled right around the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you what, for a little guy like that at 5'5", 180 pounds, he has a lot of power and a lot of pack to him because he's not going down easily.
And you bet he does. I went to Kansas State, so that makes me think of my guy Darren Sproles.
That's right. That's right. Same kind of guy. Shifty, strong, a lot of speed.
And you'll notice if he's not shying away from contact, as soon as he gets to that second level, he's looking to take on that free safety or strong safety, lower his shoulder, and he will take the contact to you. You'll see it right here.
And he runs straight on the B-line.
Lowers his head and takes on Winbush, and he's even got his hand in there. All right.
And then that's what the penalty is. So he's so small in stature that you have to get down low to tackle him. And when you're getting down low like that, you're going to hit somebody in the head.
Yep.
And that's what the penalty was.
Yep. Good replay there by the crew informing us here. So a big gain there, and then a penalty moves them across midfield to about the 43. Win inside handoff. Campbell again with that huge burst of speed for an easy gain of 12 yards. Falls forward to the 30-yard line. Kipp Jaguars moving it easily here in the end of the second quarter. Got to get off the field quickly. Good move there. Inside handoff again to Campbell. Works to his left side. Across it to the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd 3.
Yeah, and they're really keeping up the tempo going here. And they're going inside. So I'm looking for the quarterback to take it outside here in a little bit. But they're really doing a good job just pounding on that inside.
Yep. Trips to the left. Inside handoff to Campbell. And we've got a flag on the play. Blown dead. Ooh, good timeout by Bishop Hartley there before the Jags were able to get the play off.
And there's a lot of momentum by Kipp right now, so you got to slow down some of that momentum.
All right, for the timeout, we're going to step aside here on the Hawks Radio Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. For more than 115 years, the OHSAA has promoted school sports as an important part of the student's educational experience. Interscholastic athletics teach participants lifelong lessons of hard work, teamwork, and self-discipline, along with sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity. One thing the pandemic has taught us is that being on a team with our friends is more important than ever before. So as you continue your journey in athletics, remember the importance of also working hard in the classroom. Always give your best, never give up, and have fun while you're doing it. As an Ohio native and former athlete who learned these same lessons myself, I encourage our young people to focus on your academics so that you can continue the privilege of participating on your team. After all,
back in action here, 2nd 3, just over 2 minutes left. And the play gets blown dead again. Looks like a false start on the Kipp Jaguars.
Yeah, when you get that pumped up, you're just ready to go. I mean, these kids are like, they have momentum, and so they want to get going with this too. So
a little too anxious there. And, you know, we're just about to halftime, and I know my broadcast crew at halftime is going to get some more of that TT Murph's delicious pizza. Keep us powered and fueled up through the second half.
Hey, talk about getting pumped up for halftime. We're pumped up for halftime for that, right?
TT Murph's providing the power here to the broadcast crew.
Oh, yeah.
Over on Livingston Avenue, folks, you can find it. TT Murph's Pizza. Like Randall said, it's a local legend. All right, let's try this again after the false start. Kipp Academy's facing a 2nd 8. And, yep, didn't get set there, I don't think.
Yeah, there was a lot of movement. Receivers weren't getting set. Looks like the left tackle moved, and then Hartley reacted with that, so we'll see who they call it on. It's on Kipp.
Yep. Ooh, delay a game. All right, Kipp maybe trying to, I don't know, maybe trying too much pace. They've got to collect themselves and just settle down and get a play off here. But it's definitely working to the advantage of Bishop Hartley. Kipp facing 2nd 13. Wynn, shotgun, drops back. Long pass to the right. He's got a man in double coverage and can't find it. Great break up there. That's number 2. Fidelis Emoja and the safety.
Number 12.
The back play, was that Lathan?
Lathan's out there.
Dang,
That's right.
He's making it on the defense. Emoja there, good face coverage, saw it coming in, and just out of the hands of Cameron Frazier. Cameron Frazier, number 4 for the Jaguars, is Wynn's favorite target. He's their leading receiver.
And that's good athleticism by the defensive backs to track that ball and try to hit it at the highest point. That's what we're always telling them. Get the ball at the highest point. When the ball's in the air, it's yours on defense.
Got it, high point it. All right, Frazier, near side. Kippleton far side. Wynn in the shotgun. Drops back. Pocket collapses. Stretches to the front. He's going to cut loose up the left sideline for a huge gain up to about the 19. I don't think he got the first down, but the legs of Wynn as the pocket collapsed. He scrambled, kept his eyes downfield, couldn't find a man, and so he broke it across the line of scrimmage, and he does get the first down.
We'll see here, number 66.
Ooh.
Yeah, he does a good job just tiptoeing along that sideline and squeezing out the last little yards.
When he does a good job of keeping his eyes downfield. Wynn inside handoff. Campbell jukes to the right, cuts back to the left. Met in the middle by number 43, Rory Ralston on the tackle. He had big number 76 in there as well. The man, Donovan Davis.
And that's the perfect defense that you want to have. You have penetration and make that running back make a cut, and then have the linebacker come over the top and clean up.
All right, 2nd and 8. Handoff inside to Campbell again, met by the defense. Azadu in there, stirring things up. Looks like he was the main man shutting it down, and Anthony Murphy getting in on the action.
So you got Azadu is the Rottweiler in there, and Davis is the pit bull in there. So you got two dogs on the inside just causing havoc right now, and that allows for lots of penetration. So the quarterback is indecisive whether to pull it or to hand it off. So you're hitting that mesh point is what we call it.
Yep, 3 down linemen, Brendan Larrett, Donovan Davis, and Isaac Azadu getting it done. Win on the keeper up the gut to the left, pushed back by the big boys. There we are again. Oh, they are rocking and rolling. Isaac Azadu feeling it.
Tell you, that Rottweiler Pitbull combination on the inside is great stuff for Hartley, because them dogs are loose right now.
So what's Anthony Murphy? Is he the big bulldog?
Oh, he's the big bulldog patrolling the yard. That's what he does.
He was getting in there late, pushing that pile back.
He's that Air Force commit, and so he's a turn and burn. He's just out there controlling the yard.
Big 4th and 4, screen pass to the right. He's got a lot of room out there on the outside. Kippleton dives for the first down. If Emoja again, Fidelis Emoja, the little man, taking down the big guy. It looks like they stop him just short.
And I tell you, that was a great open field tackle. So instead of hitting him high and letting him drag you for that first down, he hit him low immediately at the legs and flipped him and got him chopped down before he could get to the first down marker.
What a stand from Bishop Hartley. And number 2.
And I think that's what we spoke about at the beginning of the game, right? Hey, when you get those guys out in space, you have to make those open field tackles or they'll make you pay for it.
Yep. And yeah, Emmanuel Kippleton, the receiver, he's 6'3", big size advantage over Emoja. Could have just bullied him over and got that, but man, held his ground. Deontay Hubbard, left side handoff. 1st and 10 for the Hartley Hawks, pinned deep in their own territory. Maybe a gain of about 1 or 2. Let's call it a short 2 yards. And that'll take us to the end of the first half, folks. The Deontay Hubbard runs to the left side. And that'll do it. Bishop Hartley with a good lead here, 18-8. We've had 2 turnovers, a fumble from each side. A couple of 2-point conversions, missed 2-point conversion, a handful of penalties. We've had good offense. We've had good defense as well. And man, like you said, a rock fight.
This is it. This is it. This is exactly what you wanted.
All righty, and we're going to go down on field to my man, Will Ward.
Hey, Coach Birchfield. Coach, pretty good first half. What are you going to have you guys do to come out second half to get the victory?
Well, take care of the footballs, number one, and then obviously you got to contain their great quarterback. He's going to cover fantastic plays out here. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a good game, and we're going to second half.
All right, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, to you guys.
All right, thank you, Will Ward and Coach Birchfield there with a nice little halftime interview. It's halftime here, folks. Bishop Hartley leads the Kipp Jaguars 18-8. Homecoming night from Jack Ryan Field. Ryan Dietrich and Randall Sampson, we're going to step aside on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Hi, I'm Doug Uke, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and uniqueness of all of our participants.
Hello, I am Annie J. Ross Womack, the Executive Director of the Ohio Sickle Cell and Health Association, and I'm here to talk to the parents and student athletes about a very important topic. The NCAA has instituted different standards for all divisions of student athletes. Before you can play sports in any college or university, you must present a negative trait status or hemoglobin status documentation. Your hemoglobin status is taken at birth with the newborn screening. And what they do is they run your blood for any abnormality or any birth defect. There are thousands of newborn screening birth defects in this country. For more information about sickle cell disease, sickle cell trait testing, you can call our offices at 614-228-0157. Or you can visit us via web at ohiosicklecell.org.
This is Ohio Football Weekly. I'm Marty Bannister. Again, our Twitter poll remains up for your sampling at Marty Bannister, where we're asking you tonight, should the state of Ohio play a state football championship game on a Sunday? And so far, right now, the folks who say keep the current format have a rather substantial lead in the voting, so you have a chance to check in on that as well, too. All right, we move along now, and as promised, time to check out the top 7 in the state of Ohio. According to the Associated Press, the number 1 teams in each of the 7 divisions across the state of Ohio. Rolling right along, Cincinnati Archbishop Moeller. Last week, a big win for Moeller, beating Cleveland St. Ignatius 25-10. They have 7-1 Lakewood St. Edward this week. Moeller has scored 40 or more points in 4 of the 8 games they have played this season, and they have basically just romped past people. Only 2 of their games have been decided by a touchdown or less this season. Cincinnati Archbishop Moeller. Akron Hoban just ahead of our friends at Cincinnati Winton Woods. They beat Akron St. Vincent St. Mary last week 28-14. They have 0-8 Benedictine this week. Closest game they've played this year was a 32-20 win over Walsh Jesuit. They've already had to step outside the state of Ohio to play teams from Pennsylvania, New York, and Canada. Hoban's an independent school. It's a shame. As you see the bottom line of our story there, our recap of Hoban right now, their long-running rivalry with St. Vincent St. Mary, they play for the Shillelagh Trophy. As of right now, there's no game scheduled for next year. And I don't, as a high school football fan, I just hate it when you see teams in a district that don't play one another, or you see schools like this that are separated by about 15 minutes, 20 minutes of I-77 in the northern part of the state, or whatever the geographical locations are. I just don't understand that mentality of not playing each other in these games, especially a game like this where, I mean, I know Hoban has become a dominant force in football in the state of Ohio.
Adam, this is a good shot.
Jasmine Crockett with her parents Jared and Shane Crockett. She attended St. Pius Grade School and is in Springs House. Isaac Asadu with his mother, Donna Mae Asadu. He attended Kipp Academy, is in Rosary House. Bettel, Gayton with her parents, Tiggs and Getahill, Amber. She attended Holy Spirit Grade School, is in Aquinas House. Colin Callahan with his parents, Deanna and Kenneth Callahan. He attended Grace Christian Grade School and is in Worley House. Once again, congratulations one more time to our 2022 homecoming court. And this year's homecoming king and queen, Ian Jackson and Tom Kenahan.
But it's just really a shame that we can't get together and keep these games going. There are a lot of rivalries around the state of Ohio that have kind of gone by the wayside. And you see that in college football all over the place, where rivalries have gone away because of realignment and so many other factors involved in it. But I just hate it when rivalry games disappear. I love rivalry games, and it's a shame if Hoban and St. Vincent St. Mary can't figure a way to keep that series going. The fans lose, and the players lose too, because I'm sure kids love playing in that game. And it's just a shame they can't figure a way, if they haven't already, to get that game back on the schedule next year. All right, let's move along to Division III now in the state of Ohio. Hamilton-Baden rolling right along. They beat Dayton Chaminade-Julienne last week, 28-21. They have 6-2 Middletown-Fenwick this week. Their last couple opponents are 13-3 going into the last couple of games of the season. The CJ game is the only one they played this year. That's been decided by 10 or fewer points, so they've been dominant this season. Hamilton-Baden. Moving to Division IV, the Tar Blooders of Cleveland-Glenville, one of the all-time great nicknames in the state of Ohio in high school football. They blistered East Technical last week, 59-0. They have 2-5 John Adams this week. They've not allowed a point in their last 5 games. They have 6 overall shutouts. After shutting out their first opponent this season, their next 2 games, they won them each by a touchdown. And so here they are right now, rolling on a 6-game shutout streak. The Glenville Tar Blooders up in the northeast part of the state. Ted Ginn Sr., what a great job he's done with that program for years and years and years. Division V, Coldwater last week beat New Bremen 35-28. They have a Midwest Athletic Conference showdown with Versailles coming up this week. They're the only #1 ranked team in the state of Ohio that's not ranked #1 in their own computer region. They're #2 in their region. You see their mark of their last 2 opponents. They are a combined 14-2. That's Division V. In Division VI, it's Maria Stein, Marion Local, continuing to roll right along. They knocked off Anna last week, 48-0. They have 1-7 St. Henry this week. They've allowed 10 or more points in a game just one time this year. They've posted 5 shutouts, and they are at Coldwater, the #1 team in the state, as we just showed you in Division V, and the last game of the regular season in a Midwest Athletic Conference showdown. And wrapping things up with Division VII, it's been a rough last couple of weeks for Warren JFK. They were supposed to play St. Thomas Aquinas last week. That game was canceled, though, because of roster issues from St. Thomas Aquinas. So this week they get back into play with 0-8 Cleveland Central Catholic. Now they've already clinched a playoff spot, has Warren JFK, and they have won 1 game this year by 1 point when they beat 7-1 Garfield 22-21. But for the most part, they have been rolling right along and get back into play this week after a bye week, unforced bye week last week. So that's your top 7 around the state of Ohio, according to the Associated Press, in the 7 various divisions in the state of Ohio. Another big week last week. Notables around the state of Ohio. Let's dive into that and find out some of the big performances and some of the top winning streaks. And there was even a long losing streak that was snapped last week. Congratulations to John Livengood, the 17th head coach in the state, unofficially, to go over the 300 win mark. He has the 3rd best winning percentage and only the 6th to do it at the same school out of 32 seasons. Wow, 32 years. He's won 21 Firelands Conference championships, 8 regional championships, and has taken a team to the state championship game in 2009. So congratulations to John Livengood, the head coach at St. Paul, going over the 300 win mark. In the western part of the state, Jackson Cleather kicks 4 field goals to help number 4 in Division III, Tip City Tippecanoe, get past Piqua 23-20. Tip had trailed 20-13 entering the 4th quarter of that game in the western part of the state last week. In Ansonia, they had 10 different players carry the ball at least one time, a statistician's nightmare, as they rolled past Tri-County North by the final of 44-8. Again, there's that mindset in that part of the state about how they play the game of football is just remarkable. Back up to the northwest part of the state, Cary continues to roll right along. They've now won 23 straight games, the latest, a 54-0 win in Northern 10 Conference play over Bucyrus. The Blue Devils lost their 2021 season opener to Hopewell Loudon, then went through 15 straight games last year, winning the state championship, and they've won 8 straight to open up this season. So Cary continues to roll right along. That's one of the longest winning streaks in the state of Ohio at 23 straight games. Back over to the western part of the state, and Greenville, this young man, Brock Short, 349 yards and 3 touchdowns, only carried the football 38 times to help the Green Wave to a 35-20 win over Vandalia Butler last week in play in the western part of the state. Madison, the Madison Rams, Mansfield Madison, snapped a 15-game losing streak by beating Ohio Cardinal Conference rival Mount Vernon 35-0. Scott Valentine's first win as the Ram head coach. Hunter Hutchison backed the win with a couple of rushing touchdowns, and they also had a 30-yard pick 6 by Zach Glasgow. So congratulations to Mansfield Madison, snapping a 15-game losing skid that dated back to last season. Convoy Crestview rolls right along as they knocked off Plymouth 39-13. Owen Barker, Addison Reimer, and Michael Mays combined for 6 rushing touchdowns, and they clinched their 4th consecutive share of a conference title, or they can do that with a win against St. Paul. That's we just talked about John Livengood to St. Paul a short time ago, as they get St. Paul this Friday, so it should be a big game in that part of the state of Ohio, in the north central part of the state of Ohio. Springfield Wildcats moving right along as they beat number 4 Centerville last week 38-10. Bryce Schondelmeyer threw for 345 yards and a couple of scores. Maurice Douglas has done a tremendous job with that Springfield program. I can tell you a little bit from past knowledge. For a number of years, Springfield was divided by 2 high schools. It was Springfield North and Springfield South. And the general consensus was, once the schools came together, well, the state championships were just going to roll because of the amount of talent that came out of those 2 schools. Well, it took them a while to get things going, and they had to find the right guy to step in to get those things going. And they hired Maurice Douglas to take over as the head football coach. Last year they played for the state championship game, lost in the title game to Lakewood St. Ed, and they're going to make a run at it again this year. Springfield's a pretty good football team in the western part of the state of Ohio. So congratulations to the Wildcats, the old stomping grounds, Springfield, Ohio, as they continue to roll right along so far this season. Springfield with a move this season is still in the top 10 in the state of Ohio. Our notables around the state of Ohio as far as high school football is concerned here in week number 9. But again, it's amazing. When we started this program back in August, Adam and I looked at each other a couple of times thinking, well, how are we going to get to week number 3? How are we going to get to week number 4? How are we going to book guests? And all of a sudden, we are week number 9, and the playoffs are just around the corner. And that's an exciting time. Can't wait for that on October the 28th when the playoffs start. Again, if you're not familiar, top 16 teams in each region make it to the playoffs. The top 8 seeds host in the first round, and if they win, the higher seed will then host in the following round. And then after the first 2 rounds, games go to neutral sites, and also games go back to Friday and Saturday once you get past the first 2 rounds. So the first 2 weeks of playoffs, the games are on Fridays only. So if you're looking ahead, keep that in mind. There'll be no playoff games on Saturday nights the first 2 rounds, but then after that, everything goes back to the old Friday-Saturday format that teams had as far as the postseason is concerned in Ohio high school football. So just around the corner, October 28th. Boy, just can't wait for the start of the high school football playoffs. Should be a boatload of fun.
Hey, it's Coach Howard, and I'm excited to tell you the good news about what's coming your way for this high school basketball season. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., you can catch the Coach Howard Basketball Show live on Yamo Media. We will take a close look at all the previous week's high school action, the big upcoming games, and not only that, but we'll be taking a look at the top teams and players throughout Central Ohio. I'll have special guests throughout the season, including high school coaches, players, and college coaches from all over the country. I'll also be giving out rankings of the teams and the players every 2 weeks. It's going to be a very in-depth show, and I can't wait to get started. Once again, you'll be able to watch the show live on the Yamo Media Columbus YouTube channel and Yamo Media's Facebook page. You'll also see clips posted throughout the week on all of the Yamo Media social platforms. You can also catch the audio podcast on Mondays wherever you find your podcasts. Our first episode will air Sunday, November the 20th. I'm looking forward to this upcoming high school basketball season here in Columbus, Ohio.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Ohio, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
The lessons that school sports teach us. Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. For more than 115 years, the OHSAA has promoted school sports as an important part of the student's educational experience. Interscholastic athletics teach participants lifelong lessons of hard work, teamwork, and self-discipline, along with sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity. One thing the pandemic has taught us is that being on a team with our friends is more important than ever before. So as you continue your journey in athletics, remember the importance of also working hard in the classroom. Always give your best, never give up, and have fun while you're doing it. As an Ohio native and former athlete who learned these same lessons myself, I encourage our young people to focus on your academics so that you can continue the privilege of participating on your team. After all, the lessons that school sports teach us today will prepare you for the wins and losses in life tomorrow. Education is the key to life's successes.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Ohio. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey everybody, it's Coach Howard coming to you to remind you that October the 23rd is the Coach Howard College Preseason Special. My special guest for the evening would be Chris Holtman from Ohio State, Sean Miller from Xavier, Wes Miller from the University of Cincinnati, and Coach Bob Huggins from West Virginia University. We'll be talking about the upcoming season, talking about the players that they have, and talking about their chances of making it to the dance. I look forward to seeing you October the 23rd from 6 to 8 on the Coach Howard College Preseason Special. Thank you.
All right, welcome back, fans. Halftime here, 2:15 left. Bishop Hartley out stretching. The homecoming ceremony was nice. A handful of seniors and their parents, family members, all those things. It's a great thing. And this game is being produced by Yamo Media. Yamo Media specialized in live production, content creation, and podcast producing. If you have an idea for a podcast and would like to take it to the next level, or have an event you need streamed for the world to see, visit yamomedia.com. Also, check out their original shows. That's Debatable is on Tuesdays at 7. Ohio Football Weekly with Marty Bannister is every Wednesday at 6:30. And coming November 20th, Coach Howard's Basketball Show will bring you an in-depth look into Central Ohio boys basketball. Find us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube for the latest. Yamo Media. Achieve more. Excuse me, folks. And once again, I am Ryan Dietrich here on the Yamo Media Network and the and the Bishop Hartley Network. All right. First half stats. Here in the second quarter, that Bishop Hartley scoring drive was 18 plays and ran about 7.5 minutes. Dominated time of possession in the second quarter. 17 plays, 11 of those were runs. Most of those were Robert Lathan and a little bit of Deontay Hubbard in there as well. But right after that 17-play drive from Bishop Hartley, to close out the second quarter, Kipp Academy marched down the field, had a great drive going, covered 70 yards in just a couple of minutes, and then they shoot themselves in the foot. A couple of penalties, some silly mistakes. Maybe it's, high school kids. It's youth.
Yeah.
some of that.
And it's a lot of that is, you know, we've got this momentum, so we're pumped. We want to go, and they've been running this tempo, and they're going. So they're trying to get in a rhythm, and then every now and then you jump off sides. But I think the big stop there was that 4th down, and you have the David and Goliath on the edge, right?
Yep.
And little bitty David came up and made the hit, and he came up a yard short when he could have easily just walked into the end zone. So that was a great play.
Yeah, that was definitely, you know, making a statement from Bishop Hartley there. Big hold on 4th down. You know, the Kipp Jags had a couple of big stands at the goal line too. But again, a couple of costly mistakes gives Bishop Hartley another chance, another opportunity, you know, and Bishop Hartley extends the lead to 10. You know, it's 18-8. I could have been a little bit more higher scoring. I wasn't sure if we were going to see some more points tonight. We'll see what we've got in the second half and what kind of adjustments Coach Birchfield and Coach James will make. But we'll see. And our on-the-field guy, Will Ward, he had a good chance to talk to Deontay Hubbard after Hubbard's first touchdown. And Hubbard said that fumble there in the early first quarter, he told Will, he just said, man, I'm kind of nervous. He hadn't played in a few weeks, a little bit rusty. It's homecoming, the first home game of the year, so which I was kind of surprised. I mean, but, hey, he's an experienced senior, but still, you know, a little bit nervous, just, you know, getting his feet under him back on the field.
Well, and it's game conditions too, right? So in practice, you're kind of going through stuff, but once you get into game time and things are live, and you're thinking of a million things that are running through your head, and the basic thing like ball security, you know, and that's all it was. It was just simple ball security, and I'm glad that he'll be back second half. He came off limping a little bit, couldn't put pressure on that foot, but before halftime, he came back in and ran a play or two, and it seemed like the leg is okay.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what we get from Deontay Hubbard in his leg, what kind of shape he's in. But I mentioned earlier, my man Will Ward is down on the sideline, so I'm going to send it to Will for a quick little interview.
I had a chance to stop Coach Birchfield right as he was coming back from halftime, and his focus to his team at halftime was going to be stopping the run and containing the quarterback. Instead, he was able to get the quarterback and get him off of his game and start the second half with a positive presence. Back up to you guys.
You got that right. Start the second half with a positive presence. We're gonna look to see that out of Tamir Wynn. Is that positive presence that Bishop Hartley is going to try and shut down. Man, they've got their hands full. They did a pretty good job, I mean, all things considering, contained him at times. The playmaker's going to make plays with those kind of legs, though, too.
Absolutely. All you got to do is, you know, it sounds simple. All you have to do is contain him. That's all you have to do, just contain him, right? But I think if Hartley comes in schematically, everybody does their job like they did the second quarter and start to contain him a little bit better. So, pinch on the inside. Don't let the running back get full speed ahead at 5'5", 180 pounds, but that kid's running like he's 6'2", 225.
Yep.
So you have to pinch on the inside and get penetration. So what I found works best for Hartley's defense right now is full penetration by the 2 defensive tackles. If they can get 3 yards into the backfield, I think that's going to create some havoc, because now that running back has to hesitate. He doesn't have that downhill to run, and they're attacking that mesh point where the quarterback can't make a quick decision whether to hand it off or pull it. And when he's trying to think, am I going to pull it? And he's sitting there looking, there's big Anthony Murphy licking his chops, just waiting, right? And Anthony Murphy's over there. He's going to Air Force, so he's ready to turn and burn, a little Top Gun. He's ready to make it happen like Maverick and all the other good stuff. But now it's just a decision that you have to make. It's a business decision. Do I take the slobber knocker from Murph, or do I hand it off? And most quarterbacks will hand it off. They don't want that kind of heat on them.
Well, you mentioned it. We need a little bit more from those defensive linemen of Bishop Hartley. And, man, you know, Davis and Asadu, they've lived up to the task so far here through the first half. They can keep wrecking that front line. It's going to make things tough for Campbell on the interior. Like you said, that Campbell on the inside runs and Win with that outside speed, that's the task at hand for Hartley here in the second half. And
that is it. And I really thought that the receivers would get a little bit more play out in space, but Hartley's doing a good job tackling out in space. That's the key as well. In previous games, it's always been those receivers.
Callahan with the little squib down the left side here to open up the second half. And a good return here up the middle and around the left side. That's going to be Jeremiah Watkins as he's got space breaking through and chased down. I can't tell if that was Callahan or not. Nope, number 16 on the tackle for Bishop Hartley. Xavier Martin Fuller, the first time we've called his name. And he made quite the save, I suppose. But man, what an escape there from Jeremiah Watkins.
Yeah,
and
everybody got out of their lanes. You know, you got to stay in your lanes when you're on kickoff, when you have speed like that. And it looked like it was going to dribble out of bounds, but it was a good decision by him to field it and try to get some yardage out of it.
All right, Kipp Academy, excellent field position here off that big return from Watkins. Inside handoff to Campbell. Met at the line, but turning those legs, and he's another 2, 3, 4, 5. A gain of about 8 yards on the play for Antonio Campbell.
Wow, the little guy has some power. He was hit for a 2-yard gain and got another 6 out of it on the inside.
My goodness.
You can see right there, Anthony Murphy comes down, didn't get a clean hit on him, but he just kept turning the legs as the defense thought he was down.
Yikes, slippery through. All right, second and short. The Jags here. Cameron Frazier with the motion around the right side, tossed, and he's going to be tackled for a loss off the right end.
And that's great coaching by the Hartley staff on defense. Same play from the first half where the corner has to break down but still attack. So the corner broke down but still attacked and made the guy make a decision while the defense is coming over the top. So you see it right there on the fake with the pitch. And watch the corner down here at the bottom, just breaks down, now attacks. Even though he doesn't get him, that's okay. And that corner out there is 6'4", so he has long arms, and he can really verge that guy either way.
Dude, yeah, Terrion Barber getting it done on both sides. Just can't win. Quick screen pass to the left side. That's Frazier again up the left side. Cameron Frazier, the leading receiver from the Jags, and Frazier on the far side of the track, hobbling a little bit.
It looks like he caught a cramp in the hamstring, and he's laying down on the track. He couldn't even make it back to the football arena.
That's what I was going to say. It looks like a cramp to me. Hopefully that's just what it is. He's back on his feet, moving around a little bit. Cameron Frazier for the Kipp Jags. Looks to be all right.
He did a good job evading the tackle, and that's what Hartley has to do, is that tackle out in space like that.
All right, 1st and 10. Wynn, handoff to Campbell on the inside, hits the brakes as he hits the line of scrimmage. Stopped for a short loss, and the ball comes loose. Bishop Hartley waving like they've got it. And they do. Turnover on downs. Bishop Hartley causes the fumble. Campbell right there up the middle. Ooh, he might have, not sure if he was down or not. Big pile as he went launching forward. It looked like Murphy, and I think Davis had him around the legs. Tough to see there. The call on the field. Fumble by Antonio Campbell. And here's another good angle.
And this is the best right here because you get the defensive line standing up their offensive linemen. So that makes the running back be indecisive. And that's Rory, number 43, coming in the tackling machine, making the first hit. And then coming over the top was the strip.
And there it is. You can see it. Anthony Murphy again diving there. He's horizontal. Anthony Murphy with his second forced fumble of the day. Rory Ralston in there to get the initial contact, slow him up. Anthony Murphy comes in, punches it out. Good recovery by Bishop Hartley on the turnover. Oh, my goodness. Deontay Hubbard with another fumble and gives it right back to the Kipp Academy Jags. Oh, no. What a turn of events here for Bishop Hartley. And it's another one of those short little handoff tosses right into the chest of Hubbard. He just bobbles it a little bit, loses focus. You can see him right there. And it was recovered, I think, by Bosley, number 37. Tayshawn Bosley and his younger brother, Deshaun Bosley, had the recovery in the first quarter.
And this is that in-game, just getting used to the pace of the game, getting used to handling the ball, being back. And at the same time, you had pressure coming in from the defensive end on the other side, so he took his eye off the ball because you saw the flash of that defensive end coming in. And so he has to make a quick decision, but he took his eye off the ball.
All right, and that's big number 1. Shiron Mabry takes the handoff from Wynn. Great sniff-out play. That looks like Denham Cook there. Getting into the backfield, blowing it up. There he goes, slips past the guard on the right side. Great tackle by Denham Cook. Tackle for a loss. Going to bring up second.
And Denham Cook is one of these kids. He's about 6'3", 210 pounds, getting bigger, and getting recruited by a lot of big schools, getting some good looks as one of the top 5 linebackers in his class in the state.
Yeah, 6'3" and getting bigger, and he plays like it. Win with the quarterback keeper. And Anthony Murphy, the other big bulldog on the right side, comes in from behind and takes down Wynn. Maybe a gain of 1 yard on the play. Looks like it's 3rd and 10.
And we got some flight time from the Air Force commit there, coming off that edge, just flying in and saying, no, 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 not on my watch.
Some flight time from the commit. I like it. And I know we mentioned that's debatable on Yamo Media. And a couple weeks ago, myself and Will Ward, we brought on Anthony Murphy here from Bishop Hartley and had a nice little interview and sit down with the young man. All right, 3rd and 10. Tymeer Wynn fakes the handoff. Jukes to the right, steps up, slips past Murphy. Murphy regains his feet, grabs a hold of him and holds him still until Denham Cook can come over and sack for the play.
Murphy and Cook are putting on an absolute clinic on how you attack the football. This is what you call having your dogs loose running the field. So Murphy comes in, puts the first pressure on, but sticks with him, and right there, the left hand's on him, and he's just holding onto that leg, and boom, Cook comes over and cleans it up.
Great change of motion there from Murphy. Stays on his feet, that long reach. He's coming to his left. He gets off balance, but holds and able to reach out.
And that's the stuff that college coaches love, right? It's that long player that's athletic off the edge. And both of these guys are 6'3", 6'4", chasing down this quarterback.
Big 4th and 13 for Kipp Academy here. Wynn steps back in the shotgun. Looks left. He's got Bosley open. He looks back to his right, shakes him off, gets tackled down, and it's a big sack on the play. There he is.
JYD, the junkyard dog, is doing his thing out on the yard.
The big man, Donovan Davis, with the sack and to force a turnover on downs.
And what I like about this is he doesn't quit on the play. He splits a double team, and he spins through another block. And then Denham Cook, like I said, Denham Cook is going to be one of these young linebackers that we're really going to have to keep an eye on to see his growth over the next couple of years. I believe he's only a sophomore. And he had some good playing time as a freshman. And he's going out to these football camps performing really well. His height is amazing, and his athletic ability is absolutely amazing. So you can see him flying off the ball, and I would like to see him develop more quickness and get stronger in the weight room, and then he's really going to be a force to deal with coming up soon.
Yeah, he is just a sophomore. All right, Underwood under center. Jet motion, Winbush, handoff, Latham, busts it out to the left side, sprinting up the sideline. Freshman Robert Latham for a big gain.
And that's a lot of good patience by the young kid. And one of the things that you notice real well is the ball security. Watch him tuck the ball high and tight and go down the sideline. I would like to see the young freshman switch the ball over to the left hand along that sideline to avoid that kind of contact at the ball. You don't want people contacting the ball clean.
Yep.
But that's one of the things you learn as you go as a freshman, so you can switch that over. Once he switches over to the left hand, that right hand now becomes a weapon. He could have easily stiff-armed that little DB, and he'd still be dancing in the end zone right now.
That is right. And also, if it's on the left side, if it gets punched out, it's out of bounds side, so it gets punched out. You're all over it, Randall. Underwood under center. Fakes the toss, handoff, Ralston up the middle. Rory Ralston for 10 yards, making it look easy. He wants the contact. You can see he just, he's that crazy kind of Give me that contact.
Well, and Rory really loves to play football. This is the kid that you know loves to play football all day long. On defense, he's tenacious.
Yep.
But when you get him the ball on offense like this, he knows one speed and one speed only. Straight ahead, going hard, or go home.
That's what you want, especially out of your fullback. Not afraid to block, not afraid to hit. All right, 1st and 10. Bishop Hartley from the 32. Toss to Latham out the left side. No gain, maybe a loss of about 2 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd and 12 from the 33 as Bishop Hartley with this 10-point lead is trying to march down into the end zone and extend their lead here on homecoming night.
And even with that little play, you get a no gain. The kid did a good job securing the ball. That's what you want.
Yeah, got back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he lost a yard or 2. So 2nd and 10. Wooten in motion, lines up behind Underwood. Latham up the middle. And haven't seen Deontay Hubbard back in since that second fumble of his. So we'll just see how that plays out. Robert Latham, the freshman, is doing an excellent job in the meantime.
And I love the way Ian Jackson, number 53, on the inside was engaging, and he went all the way to the whistle, and he stayed engaged. Sometimes you slip off of your guy and just kind of watch the play happen. But when you have offensive linemen that are constantly engaged and using their hands and their feet, that's a great thing to see.
Footwork from those big boys at the line.
Absolutely.
Underwood shotgun, 2 to his left. Motion from the jet back, toss to the left side. Gets some room, breaks through a hole, wide open, walking into the end zone. Bryson Winbush off the end around, a clear little scamper. And it's going to be 24-8, Bishop Hartley.
And I love this. This is the quintessential Hartley play. Toss to the boundary. Let your wide receivers block downfield. Wooten had a great block downfield. Denham Cook had a great block. And offensive lineman did a good job sealing. But this is the one thing that I heard at halftime. When I went down for halftime and I'm talking to some of the alumni coming back, the number one thing people asked was, who's number 15? He has so much speed.
Yep.
Who's number 15? He has so much speed. That's all everybody want to know. And you got to think this game has multiple kids being recruited by Ohio State from Kipp side.
And yeah, here's another look at the Winbush touchdown as Callahan knocks through the extra point. I think he gets touched maybe right here, but that's about it. That tells you how good this downfield blocking from the Hartley Hawks is. He's got wide open lanes. This is a 30-yard run untouched.
Untouched. And the ability to be full speed and make a cut.
And it all starts with that pre-snap motion like we're talking about. Gets the speed moving around the edge, cuts it back up the middle, off to the races.
And the big guys up front, and that was, who was that? Isaac was on the left-hand side there, and I think Donovan and number 51 was involved in that as well. So I'm really excited to see some of those big guys in the front getting some of that stuff done.
Yeah, yep, Ruby. Heard that name mentioned earlier. All right. Second quarter, 6:10 left here in the third. Once again, I'm Ryan Dietrich and Randall Sampson on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media. Live from Jack Ryan Field at Bishop Hartley. It's a beautiful fall night. Callahan. Boot meets the ball.
And there's a 50-50. Hartley got it on the onside kick.
I lost it in the darkness there. I looked up and I saw it bouncing along the ground. It fooled me too. And Coach Birchfield, full of tricks tonight. After they score, they're up 17. He says, let's do it anyway. We're going to take an onside kick. And here's another look, folks.
And this is a perfect little placement. Wow, look at that ball just bounce.
Man.
And you recover it just like that. That's perfect.
And heads-up play there by just going down. You just catch it and go down. Number 20, that's Donovan Tucker.
Well, and see, Hartley's in control of their own fate here. So if they make the playoffs and you need an onside kick, you at least have this kind of practice with it. So Now the officials are gathering, and I think they're saying the rosary and a couple things.
Yep, they're checking them, making sure that went 10 yards. We got a great look from our camera crew here. Excellent job on the kickoff. And it doesn't look like it went 10 yards. Looks like that's Jaguars' ball. And the ref signaling Jags' ball. Here's another look. We'll see if we can tell.
Yeah, we'll look at the slow motion. And I think that second bounce is what kicked it up a little bit to the side. Instead of kicking forward, it kicked it to the side and made it come up. So you see how the guy had to stop? Yep.
And that would be exactly 10 yards on the white stripe that he went across, and it looks like he's jumping back.
That's right.
Behind that white line, which would be the 10 yards.
Just
all right.
Bad bounce on the ball.
Ooh. All right, midfield. Kipp Academy with the ball. Antonio Campbell, my goodness, slicing and dicing up the middle left side. Breaks a tackle for 15 yards. Great play by Campbell to open up this drive here in the third quarter.
And I like that Kipp didn't panic. They're sticking with their bread and butter, what gets them here, and they're going with that inside dive, and they're picking up their 12.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35.
And Kipp's going with the hurry-up offense again, trying to get that tempo going and get their kids back into this game. There's still a lot of football left in this, 5:30 in the third quarter, so you still have the entire fourth quarter with anything to go. But now there's a little bit of stopping the play because I think there's equipment check.
Trying to see what's going on. We got late substitution from the Jags coming. Maybe that was it. It's defense substituted, so the offense brings one on. All right. Win, shotgun, Campbell.
Oh, and we got Big 66. He lined up in the wrong place, and then he jumped off sides a little bit.
Yeah, those boys were jumping around and yelling before. The ref standing there. Oh, yeah, all right, better throw the flag.
Well, you know, there's something up when Big 66 is always lining up on the left-hand side, and then all of a sudden he has to come to the right-hand side. So that's unfamiliar for a left tackle when you have to flip over to the right-hand side. And so he's trying to get his feet, he's trying to get his distance and his set, and everything just fell apart.
Quick snap there, handoff. Sweep around the outside. Antonio Campbell, contact, spins through two, ball comes loose. Flag gets thrown in there. We got a scrum, a flag, and a bunch of bodies in a pile.
Well, I really thought that they would throw the flag on 66 again. He barely got set. He was moving, and then the ball was snapped.
That's right. So the quick snap was he barely got that hand to grass, if at all. They let that one slide. We saw a late flag coming in on the play. All right, and it looks like a hold on the offense there. It's going to back up Kipp a little bit. Couldn't see it on that. I think it was maybe on number 66, not real sure. Here's another quick look from that right side. Oh, yeah, there you go. Big number, I think it was 58 there. Had him around the side and another one there. Yeah, right in front. All right. It's going to make it a long, looks like we got about.
Second and forever.
Yeah, I was going to say 2nd and 24. As Kipp is getting set up to the line of scrimmage, we're going to have a timeout. We're going to have a timeout on Hartley. 2nd and 24. They're going to take a quick timeout. This game is, excuse me, this game is being produced by Yamo Media. Yamo Media specialized in live production, content creation, and podcast producing. If you have an idea for a podcast and would like to take it to the next level, or you have an event you need streamed for the world to see, visit yamomedia.com. Also, check out their original shows. That's Debatable is on Tuesdays at 7:30. Ohio Football Weekly with Marty Bannister is every Wednesday at 6:30. And coming this November 20th, Coach Howard's Basketball Show will bring you an in-depth look into Central Ohio boys basketball. You can find us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube for all the latest. That is Yamo Media. Achieve more. All right. After a timeout to get things settled down, a big 2nd and 24 as Tymere Wynn sends Frazier in motion across the left side. Campbell fakes it. Screen to Frazier out the left side. Going to try and use his speed to get into open field, but he is met by that tenacious defense from Bishop Hartley. And look at it. Who is it again? Number 8, Denham Cook.
Yeah, Denham Cook and the guys, but I'm what I'm impressed about is you'll see Murphy come all the way number 11. He came all the way from the other side of the field and came on pursuit, and he was far away from the plate. But that's what you want in your defense, just constant chasing, constantly going until that whistle is blown.
When I was in high school at Alliance, it was always 11 to the ball. You know, if one guy's got him, it didn't matter. 11 hats to the ball.
That's right.
And, it pays off because Denham Cook makes that initial contact, but it's not a solo tackle. He gets, breaks into him, gets him by the ankles. He's still kind of moving around, holding him up while his team gets there. As Wynn drops back in the shotgun on this huge 3rd down. Airs it out deep to the left side, way short. Couldn't find his man. That was number 8, Emmanuel Kippleting, looking for him in the end zone. But I don't think Tymere Wynn has got 55 yards arm on him.
Well, 3rd and forever like that, the one thing that you don't want on defense is to get a penalty, give him 1st down. And the other part is when you have a quarterback like that, you want to make sure that everybody has eyes on him because he's going to scramble.
Yep.
And at least let him go scramble left as a right-handed quarterback trying to throw back against the grain of the field. That's very tough.
Jalen Love, who I believe is their punter or fill-in punter when they need to. Let's see.
Is that number 8, Emmanuel?
That's 8, yep. All right. It's the pink sleeves. That's Love. I thought he was going to step back to punt, but we've got Emmanuel Kippleting out there.
We've got a flag, a little 5-yard penalty for delay of game. I don't know what the consternation was. You have 4th and 55. You're going to punt it.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we've got a solid 4th and 30. And you said it, number 8, Emmanuel Kippleting, the big wide receiver, back to punt. And it's blocked by Anthony Murphy. The big Bulldog gets through the left side. And Bishop Hartley comes up with a big play. Anthony Murphy does it again.
And so here's Anthony Murphy just slicing through, just slicing dice, turn and burn and make it happen. The big Bulldog is on the yard, causing tackles for losses and fumbles, and he just slices right through and gets the left hand on it without hitting the punter, and that's critical.
What a great play, great athleticism from the big man, Anthony Murphy. He's doing it all. 2 forced fumbles, a blocked punt, and that sets up Bishop Hartley with excellent field position from the 30-yard line. Power I formation, a little motion there. Looks like a straight handoff up the gut.
And that punt recovery was by number 86, Brendan. So that's a good being a Johnny on the spot, doing your role, trusting that somebody's going to block the punt, and you're there for the scoop and score or the fumble recovery.
Big 86, Brendan Larrick getting it done on the special teams, too. All right, 2nd and 10, bunch formation. Tossed, Hubbard, left side, around the end. Big stiff arm goes down, though. Good tackle there by Shiren Mabry.
And Hubbard is still a little tender on that leg. You could tell he didn't have that turn that he wanted, so he kind of has to do a skip step to get to that corner.
Yeah, it doesn't have quite the same cut.
No, so you could tell right here. So he's worried about ball security. He looks it in, secures it. Now he's trying to hit the jets and turn, but he has to skip step right there.
Yep.
But a crafty veteran like that, he just pushed out that stiff arm.
All right, 2 wide receivers, 1 left, 1 right. Underwood from the shotgun. And nice quick slant to Wooten to the right. Secures the catch. Tackled for a few-yard gain, but it's a 1st down. Number 3 on the tackle. That's the quarterback, Tymere Wynn.
And that's the football IQ that we're talking about. Secure the ball, knowing that you have a first down. Most kids are thinking, I got to get this touchdown, right? This is my chance. But he wants to secure the ball first, make sure we have that first down. Even though he gets tackled, they get a new set of downs.
Yep, couple yards, take it. And he came to a complete stop and just, all right, catch, go.
That's right.
Take a pause, Underwood out of the shotgun. Wide left is Cook. Hand off to Hubbard on the inside draw. About $1:15 left here in the third quarter. And it looks like Hartley slowing down the pace a little bit. They are in no hurry. 17-point lead.
And I'm really watching Ruby on the inside here. He's doing a good job, so I want to see more of that leverage. And he's in there calling some of the plays with the big guys, so I want to see more of that play going on.
Toss left, that's going to be Winbush. Tackled around the ankles. Maybe a yard or two. And there isn't much space between those 5 down linemen. They're nice, tight, packed together, and that's why Rory Ralston likes running behind them, man. Just get behind those big boys and go.
Oh, yeah, they really keep it compacted in there, and you can really hide well behind them once they get that wall going. Yeah.
Usually you see some, stretch or shred between some linemen, but these guys keep it nice and tight, and it's working well for them.
And they're very athletic on the inside. That's what I like.
Hubbard in motion, fakes the toss. Handbush up to Winbush, right up the gut. Bryson Winbush with his second touchdown of the game. Big, sneaky, quick draw. And you see him running the other way, but it looks like, here's the replay. Winbush cutting through. Tymere Wynn pokes that right as he crosses the goal line.
Oh, man, look at that. Good decision-making, picking his way through, and he's pushing really, really hard to get there, and he just crosses before it gets raked away inside of the end zone.
That's close. My goodness, Tymere Wynn is going to be on YouTube watching this video of that, because that is a close call, folks. What a heads-up play by the quarterback / defensive back, but Bryson Winbush gets it done, and a great play call from Birchfield there. The jet sweep motion by Hubbard and the fake toss really set the defense one way. Winbush cut it right up the gut.
Yeah, that little misdirection, so you're really trying to get that window dressing, and then the wing back comes underneath. It's almost like a trap, like a counter. So that wing back comes right underneath, away from all of the action, and then just picks his way through and gets to that end zone.
And Winbush is doing that nicely. He's got great vision, that short little hesitation speed through the middle, hit the afterburners and go.
Yeah, they used to have in the 2015 season, when they won the state championship, they had this jackrabbit package. So they would be on the sidelines and they yell, "Jackrabbits, jackrabbits," and there'd be about 3 or 4 guys that could just flat out fly. So you take about 3 or 4 Winbushes out there that could flat out fly. Now you don't know who to cover, where they're going, and they're just all over the field, man.
It's like the playground.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Callahan steps to the side, extra point on its way, and it's good. The senior Callahan knocks it through. 32-8, Bishop Hartley leads Kipp here towards the end of the third quarter. And we are going to take a break here on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Hey, it's Coach Howard, and I'm excited to tell you the good news about what's coming your way for this high school basketball season. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., you can catch the Coach Howard Basketball Show live on Yamo Media. We will take a close look at all the previous week's high school action, the big upcoming games, and not only that, but we'll be taking a look at the top teams and players throughout Central Ohio. I'll have special guests throughout the season, including high school coaches, players, and college coaches from all over the country. I'll also be giving out rankings of the teams and the players every 2 weeks. It's going to be a very in-depth show, and I can't wait to get started. Once again, you'll be able to watch the show live on the Yamo Media Columbus YouTube channel and Yamo Media's Facebook page. You'll also see clips posted throughout the week on all of the Yamo Media social platforms. You can also catch the audio podcast on Mondays wherever you find your podcasts. Our first episode will air Sunday, November the 20th. I'm looking forward to this upcoming high school basketball season here in Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome back, fans. Callahan got his hands on his hips like he's doing some math. Looks like he's getting ready, just waiting for the ref.
Well, this is one of those, you don't want to have a quick return with 4 seconds left in the quarter.
I was trying to figure that out. Is that 4.2 seconds?
It looks like 4.2.
All right, because I thought it was 42. And there we go, TT Murphs. There's that pizza sponsor.
Hey, it's good pizza. It might be 42 seconds, right?
4.2. All right, the booth is confirmed. All right, Callahan, little squib kick down left side in the back. Fielded by Frazier. Up the middle, looks to his left, working his way left side. And a fumble, that's punched out by Fidelis. I believe that came loose from Amoja. In a scrum and a scramble for it, it looks like Hartley came away with it. I'm pretty sure that was numbers 2, Fidelis Amoja.
It was Fidelis, and he did a great job covering this kickoff. Look how patient he is when he runs downhill. He just tracks him, and he's very, very patient. He just watches, tracks him, and then attacks the ball.
What a great shot there. Excellent punch out. That's great work by the cameraman and the sophomore Fidelis Amoja playing smart. Another fumble recovered by Bishop Hartley. That's 3 fumble recoveries and then a blocked punt. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter, folks, with a nice fumble recovery. And Bishop Hartley will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. We are going to step aside for a quick break here on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Ohio. Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back, football fans, to the fourth quarter. We're switching sides. Bishop Hartley getting ready to take over after a fumble recovery on the kickoff.
Well, it looks like Hartley's going back to the triple I and stacking it in.
All right, going to begin the fourth quarter. Bishop Hartley has the ball on the 20-yard line. Bunch or packed formation, power I. Underwood handoff to Hubbard. Tentatively moves his way through the line for a gain of about 2 or 3. All right, it's going to be second down and about 7.
Well, it looks like Hartley's trying to command the game with a little bit of ground games.
Ooh, nice cutback by Joey Wooten. That's a little counter to the right pylon. Nothing but blue turf in the end zone for Joey Wooten. About a 20-yard run here to start the fourth quarter, extending Hartley's lead, 38-8.
And Joey's a good addition to the playbook, so Joey's finally back, and he gets it on the counter, and now he gets inside. I mean, great blocking up front. Rory does a good job leading him through, but Joey coming back from injury and coming back at probably about 80% right now, is playing better than a lot of people at 100%.
Great play call from Birchfield there. That counter worked beautifully. You saw your man, Big Davis, shoving his guy to the left, clearing the lane, and you nailed it too. Rory Ralston, 10 yards downfield, still blocking.
And that's part of trusting, right? So you're trusting that everybody's going to do their job, everybody's going to be in the place where they need to be. And when you're on a team where you trust each other and you believe in each other, this is what happens, because it's like a typewriter. So every stroke and every key has to work properly in order to have that great novel that you're typing up. And for the younger kids out there, a typewriter is a machine that we had back in the day, and you would push the buttons and it would actually go up, the letters would hit the paper. So if you're a kid out there, think about texting. If you don't text all of the letters correctly and emojis correctly, it doesn't make sense.
There's no autocorrect on a typewriter.
Oh, absolutely not.
When I was growing up, my dad and his uncle ran a fantasy football league, and every Sunday night my dad would do it all manually on a typewriter in the basement.
Oh, man.
He'd just be down there punching out everybody's lineups and all the point scoring, and he'd go deliver them by mail.
Oh, and they had to take them in by mail, yeah.
Yep, small town, western Nebraska. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And people think, oh, man, that must have been back in the 40s and 30s. No, it wasn't that long ago.
All right, Callahan stepping off his marks. The boots underway. Another little squib kick there, knocked down short by the Jags, and they can't hang on to it. They come away with it, though. I think that's big number 77, Ben Kamara, was able to pick that one up, and we've got a big late flag here near the sideline. Maybe some pushing and shoving on the play afterwards. We'll go to the white hat and see what they've got.
And Colin Callahan was down there to secure that tackle as Kipp picked it up, number 82.
And you'll see it here. Right there, that was Keppelting, just couldn't hang on to it. Big 77, able to hang in there, Kamara. Yeah, Callahan getting in on the action.
Yeah, that's an old Deacon Jones move where he kind of hits you up high and then twists you. Almost want to, twist your head off like a little Barbie doll head, right? And so you just kind of twist them a little bit.
Just that big bear hug and rotate you to down.
That's right.
And the Jags are going to have good field position here. Their first drive to begin the fourth quarter. We got about 11 minutes left in play. 5-3 Kipp taking on 3-5 Hartley with the big lead. Handoff to Campbell up the middle. A tough couple of yards for Antonio Campbell. But he won't shy away from contact, and there's some familiar numbers for you. Number 11 and number 43 in on the tackle, Ralston and Anthony Murphy.
Yeah, and it's great to see Gavin Leonard get in there, getting some action in as a senior, and he had a really good tackle there just coming down off of that end spot. So that's good coaching, because as you go all week long, you're constantly in the game and constantly keeping your head sharp about what your responsibilities are.
All right, Wynn in the shotgun, Campbell to his right. Keeps it up the middle. 1, 2, 3 yards, and the pile gets pushed back. Gain of a few on the play. Ooh, they're going to give them about 4 yards. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they'll get them for where the progress stopped. And I know the pile got there a little late. But I like that that both sides are still keeping it very competitive regardless of what the score is.
All right, 3rd and 3, Wynn in the shotgun. Steps back to pass, looks to his left side, and there he is again, Anthony Murphy on the sack.
And he's been working all game for that sack, and finally he burned the corner on that, and he made the quarterback pay. The quarterback's helmet is off. He's laying on the ground, so hopefully this isn't a bad injury for him. But Anthony just comes around, bites on that number 77, dips his arm, and boom, explodes through. It was a clean tackle, and I think it's just a good football move, but hopefully the young man can recover and get up. It just looks like he didn't see Anthony coming at all. He was just very surprised that he was in his lap that quickly.
He's got his eyes downfield. He's looking to his left side. He had big 78 in his way. He stepped back, and Murphy, boom, right into him.
And that's great. That's great defense there. So you got big 78 just pushing through, and I think that's Isaac just pushing through, and the quarterback's trying to evade him, and they stepped right into Anthony. So great play there. And Anthony Murphy is fitting the billing for what everybody is seeing and saying about such a great athlete. Lots of couple tackles for losses, caused a couple fumbles, has a sack, and really came down and chased the quarterback down a couple times.
And the punt block.
And a punt block. And a punt block.
We just keep going. And speaking of punting, 4th and 2 long for the Jags. So we're going to have Emmanuel Kippleting back there to punt from about his own 33. 9 to play here in the 4th. And we're going to blow the play dead. And Murphy was up in the punter's business again. Looks like he's going unblocked off that left side. False start on the offense. So it's going to back the Jags up another 5 yards. Line of scrimmage at the 40. Kippleting will be punting from about the 30, 31.
Well, Murphy's initial first 3 steps, the fast twitch muscles are just unbelievable. The first 3 steps is like he shot out of a cannon.
We'll see what he can do again. Kippleting's got good protection, gets it away. Pretty decent punt there. Fair caught at the 33.
And I think this time they said, hey, Murphy's coming in off the edge, so he broke through the first layer. And when he got back there, he got cut by a running back, so that's illegal. So we'll see if they call that.
Well, they're talking at midfield. We'll see what the discussion is. And, yeah, there's a flag right there at the 33, which was about where he was punting from. I didn't see contact on the punter.
Yeah, there was no contact. I think it was just a cut in the backfield, hopefully.
Well, the ref pointed towards Hartley. I didn't see any indication of a call, though. All right, word from the press box. Yeah, that looks like a chop block.
Yep, chop block, illegal chop block. So Hartley's going to go ahead and take the penalty at the spot and move it up and have great field position at midfield.
Randall with the eyeballs, man. You can see that through a whole bunch of bodies. Anthony Murphy gets through one block and then gets cut down by the running block, just like you said, a little chop block. So at the end of the play from the fair catch, they're going to tack on another 15 yards. Great field position for Bishop Hartley to start this drive. Underwood, shotgun. Hubbard behind him, hands off to the right. Oh, excuse me, that's Lathan. Lathan back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know what, I'm really impressed with this offensive line. That they get better and better as the game goes, and they seem to grind it out a little bit more. And as the season has gone, they've become better and better as a unit. So they're really starting to find their footing, and they control their own fate. You only have one game left against Watterson coming in. You win, you're in the playoffs. So you control your own fate, and they're getting stronger and stronger, and they're starting to get their identity about who they are and what kind of football they want to play.
Underwood under center. Lathan lined up behind him. Looks like maybe wait for the call from the ref, but we got a flag on the play before the snap. Gonna wait for a call from the judge here and see what they rule.
Seems like there must have been a little flinching by Hartley, and they're moving them back 5. And I think the play just didn't get called in time.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was delay a game or if they moved.
Yeah, there was some indecisiveness about what the play is.
All right, big long, 2nd and 15. Wooten in motion. Toss to Wooten around the left side. He's got that speed. He hits the afterburners in the open air. Hurdles one defender and gets a first down to the 39. Joey Wooten with a 17-yard carry on the play.
And this is the other wrinkle that Hartley is putting in, right? So you get a kid back like Joey, 6'1", a 200-pound kid with good open field speed and vision and athletic ability to get over that last tackle. And I'm really worried about it. I see the penalty, but I'm going to go back to that last play. I was kind of worried because Ohio High School has a rule now where you can't hurdle people. But so now it looked like the guy was tackling him and he was already on the ground. So what are you going to do, trip over him? So you have to jump over him, right?
Interesting. I did not know that.
And so here it is, and it's like that decision. Do I jump over him? I know I can't, but then he falls, and so I'm good. And I think it's more for player safety because you see the NFL and the college players do it, and 90% of the time they get flipped on their backs.
Yep.
So I think it's for player safety.
Bad things happen when you leave your feet.
All day long.
And that's number 13 to Sean Bosley. He was down on one knee. Not sure if he took a little bit of contact the wrong way, but he limps off. He looks okay, but they will definitely want to keep him healthy. Deshaun Bosley is one of their best defenders. Been calling his name all game. All right, 1st and 10 from the 40. Latham in motion. Toss. That's the Winbush. The speedster out the right side. Tries to get stripped, hangs onto it. Good gain of about 15 yards. Bryson Winbush with the speed.
And the Jackrabbit gets to the corner, and then he just takes off.
Dude,
once he gets in stride. And you got to understand, these kids from Kipp, as you're seeing them chase, those are elite athletes with a lot of speed, and he's pulling away.
Winbush is one of those elite athletes with that elite speed, too. And Bishop Hartley is sure finding their form. Big holes, lots of room to run. Ralston lined up. Latham, motion. Ralston handoff up the middle. Tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 as we've got about 4.5 remaining here in the game this evening. You know, you had mentioned that offensive line was playing better together as a unit. And I was thinking that as you said that was, you don't see one guy on that line getting blown off. Usually they are cohesive and they're tight bunched together and there's no holes. All the links in the chain are strong.
Absolutely. And you see a kid like, I think Ian Jackson just came out. Yep, number 53, he came out. He got caught up in the middle. He got his ankle rolled over. And what you got to love about these kids is they don't want to come out the game, even injured, right?
Yep.
Hurt. They don't want to come out.
Toss to Latham, cuts it back. Wrangled around down at about the 15. Might be a first down. He's going to be close. And good speed around the inside, and he sees that. He's got his blockers coming, so he cuts it back a little bit into the left.
And great blocking again on the edge by Denham Cook. Wide receivers blocking downfield. And we call that one, those kind of blocks we call roller skates. So tomorrow when you look at film, we call those the roller skate blocks because you're locked on to that person that you're blocking. You got them on skates, and they're just rolling backwards like they're at the old Laces rink. Remember old Laces roller skating rink down here in Whitehall from back in the day? So it looks like that kid is out on roller skates.
I gotcha. And they've been doing a lot of that all game. After Hartley takes a personal penalty, moves him back 15, 2nd, 25. Big pressure off the left corner. Underwood just looked like he wasn't ready for that man to be there. And I think that was Cam Frazier off the left side.
And Frazier's had a heck of a game on that defense, really doing a great job all over the field. And he just comes blowing off of that edge.
Yep. Yeah, and you can see Big Davis out there. He's like, well, man, I got two guys. Bosley's there and Frazier.
Yeah, and usually you're taught as the offensive lineman, you kick the inside guy first, right? The inside threat is what you get first.
And that's where he starts. He gets what? And this is another good look from our camera crew. You see the nice motion there, just boom, blows him up.
So he gets 37, which is the inside threat. And so, like I tell folks all the time, it's an 11-on-11 game. The quarterback is part of the equation. So somebody's not going to get blocked, and the quarterback's going to have to make a decision.
All right, we've got a timeout from Hartley. They're facing about 3rd and 30 like it's NFL blitz. So they took a timeout, and it's looked like we got a bunch of fresh, shiny, clean jerseys in there. So it is time for some backups and second strings to get some playing time here.
Yeah, I see number 49 out there, split out. Marcus Wood, I believe is his name. Number 49 is out there getting it. Marcus Moore.
Strong handoff up the middle. It's going to be Brandon Hambrick, the sophomore third string running back. Get some time, getting some good reps.
And you got sophomore number 32 Reed is out there as well, getting in some good reps. You got to love it.
And we've got another short little timeout from Bishop Hartley here. There's 2 minutes and 41 seconds, folks. And I would just like to personally thank all of you for tuning in and watching the game tonight on the Bishop Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media. Once again, I'm Ryan Dietrich here with Randall Sampson and the whole crew from Yamo. It's fall, it's cool, it feels like Halloween. It's a good Friday night. 4th and 32. We'll see what Bishop Hartley's got in store.
And then, you know, you got a little coolness in the air, nice and crisp. And coming off of halftime, having that hot Murph's Pizza, man.
You bet.
So that just makes the whole second half even better.
All right, 4th and 32. Maybe looking to just take a nice little handoff up the middle. Making some moves, shaking it down. Brandon Hambrick, shifty through the middle for a nice gain of about 15. But not enough to get the first down. He did not break it for 32 yards, unfortunately.
And young Brandon has some really good wiggle there, really good hips.
Yep.
And I love how he stays low and keeps his centers just right.
Nice move, good tackle. That'll be a turnover on downs, though. The Kipp Academy Jags are going to take over here in just a sec. Here's another good look at Brandon Hambrick. And, man, look at great protection. That was 8. You know, he's not touched for 10 yards.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got number 65 pulling around there, sealing off his guy. You got 57 there in the mix. Number 71 is getting at it. The young guys are really doing a good job getting at it. I like that. That shows the depth that Hartley is starting to develop.
Well, and I appreciate your vision, Randall. You can recognize and see those guards pulling. I have a tough time seeing all that good line play. So I appreciate you pointing out all of those good things that I'm missing. As the Kipp Academy Jags take over on offense, it's going to be Frazier in the backfield. He's just going to cock back and let it fly way short, and it's going to be intercepted by Bishop Hartley. A big turnover and a big interception winding down the fourth quarter here.
And that's Donovan Tucker, I believe, correct? Number 20?
Is that 20? Yep. You got it.
Yep, number 20, Donovan Tucker. He eyeballed it. And that ball was hanging forever. It seemed like it was never coming down. It was a big old rainbow.
Yep.
But, you know, Kipp had to do what they have to do. And I don't know if this is the stage where you just take a knee or go ahead and run the ball. But it might be kneel time at this point. Put them in a victory formation or let the young kids get a couple plays under their belt.
Yeah, and you might just see a simple draw up the middle, but clock's winding down. $1:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter of this Bishop Hartley Kipp Academy game. And there we go again. Little Mr. Hambrick getting it. The young sophomore breaking tackles, big runs. That's a gain of about 17 on the play.
Yeah, and I like this little sophomore. He's got a good center of gravity to him, good power, good spunk going to him because, you know, when the lights are on, you're at home the first home game, and, hey, I get to go in the game and say hi, Mom, and all the other stuff. I want to get in the end zone so I can wave to the TV.
Dude, you bet. And he's going to get in there on the blocking game, too. Nice little QB keeper. I think that's C.J. Bartney. No, excuse me, Matt Galick. That's who it is, the backup QB.
Oh, nice freshman getting some reps in, running the Wildcat there. So it's great to see the young kids get in, get a little excitement for homecoming in front of the fans, in front of the community.
And you can see it, folks. There's the shots of the crowd. There will not be another play. So that'll do it here for us at Jack Ryan Field. Bishop Hartley takes down Kipp Academy in a big way on homecoming night, 39-8. Give a hand. Your Bishop Hartley Hawks get their second win in a row here on homecoming Friday night.
And you got to appreciate Kipp coming over with a lot of athleticism, a really good game plan that they had in hand, and then it just kind of got away from them down towards the edge.
Yeah, everything fell into place for Bishop Hartley. As they shake hands, we're going to send it to a quick break here and we will be back with a short little interview of Anthony Murphy once we return from the break here on the Hartley Network and Yamo Media.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Ohio, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
All right, welcome back, folks. As they wrap things up here on the field, you can see the commotion, homecoming. Players and fans all getting in there as we get our guy lined up. My sideline reporter, Will Ward, is going to interview probably our player of the game, Anthony Murphy. 2 forced fumbles, 1 pump block, 2 sacks that I can remember. I don't know how many tackles for losses.
Oh, yeah.
The stats could just keep adding up. And we've mentioned before, he's the Air Force commit. He's moving on to the D1 level. Air Force is a big power football school, and he's going to make a great impact there.
And this is what high school football is all about. You know, the kids are excited, and family is.
That's exactly what it is all about. And you can see him kind of handling the commotion down there. All smiles from our man, Anthony Murphy. So I'm going to send it down to Will Ward.
Anthony just had a really good game. You guys came in, you played hard. Tell us how you feel about things after this game.
I feel like we took a big step forward. The last 3 weeks we were really struggling, but this week I feel like we got really good team chemistry and we played as a team. Offense, defense, we played real good. We've been working hard in practice.
You talked about working hard in practice. You guys control your own destiny. Going into next week against Bishop Watterson, what do you guys have to do to continue to move forward and get ready for the playoffs?
We all got to work on the little things. Like, we didn't play perfect today, but I thought we definitely took a step forward. We just got to keep taking a step forward and work on our mistakes and just keep working hard. We'll be good.
So after 9 weeks, you guys finally got to play at home. How did that feel about being a senior and playing in front of the home fans?
I feel good because for me, I haven't played here in over a year. Like, it's hurt, but we got a few games left. But for us seniors, we got to play hard because you never know when our last game is.
Well, you got homecoming tomorrow. You got any big plans? Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to go to homecoming. I'm excited.
Well, enjoy the rest of your night and good luck on the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Man, Will Ward, thank you, Will, for your excellent sideline reporting. And like Anthony Murphy said, they didn't play perfect. They left a few things out there. You got some things to work on. Hubbard and his ball handling, a couple of those. We had a personal foul, a false start here or there. Can't shoot yourself in the foot. Like you said, you mentioned, they got to take care of Bishop Watterson, and their destiny's in their hands.
Destiny's in their hands. And got a couple guys nicked up tonight, so they're just going to have to bounce back off of that. You got Hubbard got nicked up again. And you've got the offensive line got a little nicked up there at the end. But I think they're in good shape to push forward now. So one more game, baby, and let's go. Last home game.
That's right, firing on all cylinders after a 39-8 win over Kipp Academy. Your Bishop Hartley Hawks take care of their first home game, and it's homecoming weekend here from Jack Ryan Field. And for Ryan Dietrich and Randall Sampson, thank you for watching on the Hartley Network, powered by Yamo Media.
Go Hawks.